You sort of just accept that people are brazen hypocrites, rules for thee, but not for me. I get to say whatever I want with impunity, but if somebody else can't, I'm gonna clutch at my pearls with all my moral outrage that they're doing the exact same thing that I do, right? I was what it do, Danny? I was just reading through the comments of Omar, what it do? Reading through the comments of the video I did, right? About how like people got mad at Turkey because he was basically mocking Tim Zoo. And everybody knows I'm a Tim Zoo fan. I've been supporting that kid since probably 2020, at least 5 years. I was sad to see him go out like that. Yeah, it was sad to me, you know what I mean? So I wasn't making fun of him. But it was just crazy to me to see that, yo, how y'all getting mad at Turkey for doing what y'all did the week before that to Edgar Berlanga? And not just Edgar, because Edgar's too brazen an example that, yeah, Edgar gets on a lot of people's nerves, so he kind of makes himself easy prey. But y'all do that shit to mad fighters when they lose. When AJ lost to Andy Ruiz, everybody was making fun of him, dog. I didn't, once again, I'm a fan of AJ, but everybody was making fun of that dude when he lost. When Spence got his ass beat, when Fulton got his ass beat, like a lot of fighters, when they get their ass beat, yeah, there's gonna be people that say not so nice things. So they demanding that Turkey show more etiquette than they show. And it's like, nah, don't try to hold somebody else to a different standard than yourself. If you want better, then do better. You can't expect something of someone else that you yourself not willing to do. It just depends on the stimuli, which goes back to what I said, that sometimes you just gotta accept that people are brazen hypocrites, and there's no reason in the rationale. Fairness, right, is divine. Maturity is divine. It comes from intelligence. But what do I always say? Most people are not intelligent. Most people are actually very emotional, like a child. So it's like, oh, that's not right. You doing that, but you be doing that. And that's pretty. If you quantified every argument in the sport of boxing, most of the time, that's basically what it is. You getting mad that somebody doing something that you be doing. Me neither, Mike. But it's his own fault, and I feel bad for him. Like, don't get it twisted. I feel bad for him. I didn't want him to go out like that. You know that you watch boxing long enough and you realize, yeah, a lot of fighters gonna lose. You're not gonna leave this sport with an unbeaten record, but the hope is that before you get beat, you'll do something special. And he kind of did it to himself, Mike. You know what I mean? Like he
And a couple months ago, I was shitting on him for that, making those decisions, and I was like, because I expect so much more out of him, and then seeing him, I don't know, bro. Seeing him like that, I felt bad. I genuinely felt bad because when I started watching Tim Zoo, you know how when you start watching a fighter, you can see what level they'll be at, like how far they'll make it to, and then of course the downfall comes at some point. That's later on. I never thought
hmm
it'd be so quick with Tim.
The sad thing is that that it was within his power not that long ago to
Mm.
win that same fight that
Uh-huh.
he lost on Saturday. Because like, bro, if it wasn't for that elbow, he was about to knock old boy out.
It
You saw
was.
that, like he was
It
literally,
was.
yeah. So it's sad to see that, like, damn, dog, like, why did you? And the sad thing about him is he was trying to be that dude, like that is not strategic,
Yeah.
that is not a pussy, but it's like at the same time, yo, they really use that. They use that against you, Tim. Because like I said,
Abused him.
it can't be a coincidence that you getting ready for a 5'7" orthodox fighter in his mid-30s, and
Yeah.
you ended up with a 6'4" southpaw in his 20s. That is not an accident, homie. Like, nah,
That's not
usually
fair, bro.
it's not right, but that's boxing. And but you kind of see what I'm getting at, that
Yeah.
boxing is comprised of scumbags that do scumbag shit. And people see it and they're scumbags. So that if Turkey had a beef with old boy, I can't even get mad at him because I never liked how Tim came at him. That dude. When I reiterate,
Mhm.
Turkey is not trying to do nothing but put together the best fights possible. That's literally all
But
he
let me
trying to
ask
do.
you, them putting Fandor in that fight, he was coming off the really bad knockout. So can we say PBC set him up for
Yes,
real?
Yeah.
you know why? I'm gonna tell you why. You know me, dog. Like I try not to be that guy that goes left field, but I'm of the opinion that when remember the fight that Sebastian was supposedly about to have on that same card, he was supposed to be fighting Sergey Boachuk, and I
Hmm.
remember I was like, bro, you coming off a knockout loss to Brian Mendoza, and they put you in there with this guy? They
Hmm.
they must be cashing you out. And I'm like, nah, Samson don't move like that. Hell no, Samson don't move like that. You were
Damn,
never
oh
gonna
shit.
fight Sergey. You had a camp for Tim Zoo. That's where you
Oh, they did the
debuted.
switcheroo?
In other words, when they put that together, they didn't care about fucking over a Sergey Boachuk. They didn't care, but like, man, you not fighting that dude. We just trying to put you on the card. You not fighting that dude. That's that Ukrainian dude. The camp you gonna have is gonna be for Tim. Cause dog, you think it's another coincidence? This dude don't ever fight like that. When the fuck has Bro, when has Sebastian fought long range with the jab, trying to keep the dude out? It's like,
Mhm.
yo, you was ready for Tim. You was ready. But he wasn't ready for you. Well, he wasn't ready for that elbow, I should say. That shit's sad, bro.
That shit is. But the way I look at it, it is kind of sad. But let's say he would have beat Tim's Fandora, he still probably would have lost to Bakram, and that
I
would have been
don't
the end
I
of
I
him.
I,
So,
I don't know that because it's like tripping over a pebble, my guy. It's like that. I don't know that. When you hear why Bakram kept throwing a left hook, when you
mhm.
hear why, it sounds like some crazy shit. He only kept throwing the left because he hurt his right hand.
I didn't realize that. And I also heard something. I didn't know. I just saw something quickly today about Turkey not being happy with Tim Zoo about something.
Oh yeah, because last year, right? Last year, he wanted to use Tim for one of the shows, and Tim came at him crazy. It wasn't the other way around. Tim came at him crazy.
What did
Tim
he
was like,
say?
I'm not gonna sell my soul like all
Oh,
those other guys over there. He's acting like a baby. Like, see, you bugging. Homeboy, that dude ain't trying to do nothing but make a great
Make
fight
a good
and make
fight.
you rich. That's all. Y'all all, and it's only the well, I ain't gonna say that because he from
well,
Australian, but he been hanging around too
BBC.
many
BBC.
Americans.
Hey, listen, you know what the sad part about that whole thing is? That he could have lost in this fashion and really made money. He lost like the way he did and didn't really make much.
You understand, right? That yo,
Yeah.
you came to America. You let these people bring you to America away from your people that they come out in droves to see you. But you know what the shit is? It's kind of like that theme that you used to see in sitcoms that the guy go for the girl that really don't like him because she got big titties and an ass instead of going for the nerdy girl that do like him.
Mhm.
It's that kind of dichotomy that you got a whole bunch of people out there. They fucking love you, bro. What are you so obsessed with America for?
He was
They
trying to
had
fight in America,
they
like.
had your ass fighting at the armory. The fuck? Yo, do you understand? You 15, 16-hour flight to fight in Minneapolis, my guy?
But in his part of the world, they made it look like America is still the mecca of boxing, even though it's
It's
the UK. But like,
it's because of his daddy, bro.
he wanted that superstardom. That's what he wanted.
Yeah, but America's not. It's like, the people that don't live here, like me and Undefeated and shit, because Michael's in Canada, so he may as well be in China. Uh, they
It's
don't know.
literally right over, bro.
Tim Zoo was bigger, just bigger overall than both the Chalo brothers. Them dudes don't draw nothing. They don't draw shit.
Bro, this motherfucker got knocked out back to back, and then he went back to Australia and he fought. What he fought? The PBC dude,
The Joey Spencer,
Joey
the
Mm-hmm.
Spencer, and that shit looked like
That
a
was
sold out
nasty.
crowd.
Yeah, bro.
that's what
Johnny
happens when
Fisher
you don't
sells out
value
more
what you
than
have,
the
bro. That's what
Charlos.
happens. That's what happens when you because if he would have did his thing, see, look at Inui. Inui gets it. Now, granted that Inui is making a lot more money than Tim Zoo, but he knew he does get it. He said, yo, the majority of the fighters in this division is over here. So if somebody wants something with me, they gotta come see me. He said that. They gotta.
But didn't he sell out 50,000?
That's what I'm saying. But still, it's you gotta understand. Look. For example, David Benavidez tried to get Callum Smith to come over here. Callum Smith said it 2 weeks ago. They didn't have enough money. What have I been saying? The light heavyweight division is not American. I'm sorry. America don't got nothing going on in that division. David Benavidez, you don't sell enough to bring Anthony Yard or Callum Smith to America. Case in point. It's kind of like that for Tim. They're like, dog, you're the only guy in this division that could sell out a crowd like this. Nobody else in this division is doing that. Not even Jermell. He's not doing that. Jermell is not a paper. At this time, when Tim is an unbeaten fighter and he's coming through and he's doing his thing, this dude is pay-per-view in his country already. Jermell, no, none of y'all. Nobody else was at where he was at in terms of marquee value. And you threw that all the way, chasing the bright lights in America. That's sad, bro.
That's not. I don't even blame that on Tim. I honestly blame that on his team. Like, who was his manager?
No, his whole team is they're
screwed him over.
stupid. They're fucking stupid.
Y ahora lo que va a pasar is he got a younger brother, Nikita. Fights at around the same weight, junior, middle. Learn from the mistakes of your brother, Nikita. Learn from the mistakes of your brother, because there was never a good reason. If you're a pay-per-view star in your country, why are you coming to America for Terrell Gausha? That makes absolutely no sense. That would be like, yo, let's get Anthony Joshua to America so he could fight Jerry Forrest. What? What are we doing, bro?
Or so he could fight Jermaine Franklin.
Right? Well, like, why would then y'all bring him to America again for Keith Thurman? Like for Keith Thurman, so that Keith could end up boxing in Australia anyway against a guy who's not even as big a name as Tim Tszyu.
You can't make this shit up, bro.
That's what I'm telling you. His team are fucking morons.
You cannot make this
like
shit
you
up.
got a dude in Keith Thurman that he ain't boxed in 2 years, because it was already 2 years at that time when they was doing last year. It was already like 2 years. Yo, this dude ain't fought in a minute. He's not pay-per-view. He's only ever been on pay-per-view once, and that was with Packett. No, twice. But the second time, no, with Mario Barrios. Remember?
Yeah.
But that shit didn't sell nothing. It's like, yo, dog, like
that shit damn near doesn't even count as pay-per-view. Nobody bought that shit.
You know what?
Nobody paid.
Sad, bro.
It's sad now that I think about it. Mario Bars has been in 2 pay-per-views, bro.
Ew, bro.
Wow.
Big shit. No, 3. Because Tank, that was 1. That
Oh,
was the first one.
God.
Thurman was 2.
And Pacquiao.
And Pacquiao, bro.
Julius, like, y'all saw me go to bed. I literally said, I'm going to turn this shit off. I'm going to go to bed. Barrio's going to knock him out. Manny's too old. Bro, I wake up. I'm just like, yo, how ass is Barrios? Like,
bro, how ass is
over.
PBC? Wasn't you here yesterday that I said, like, bro, you know, if you really look at that fight, dog, that was not a fight. That was a sparring session. I've only
seen the highlights. I still haven't seen it.
Just trust me. If you use your boxing eyes, you gonna see like, yo, Barrios wasn't trying to hit him, bro.
Honestly, I haven't even watched more than 34 seconds.
Jules, I take a little bit of an exception to that. There was a few times where he clocked him with pretty good right hands, and Manny ate him.
My dude, I'm telling you that was not a real fight, and I stand on that. Like, if Mario wanted to fuck him up from what I saw, he could have. He was pulling punches, man.
I will stand on that. Barrios is just that shit. He is just.
There has to be a way that Samson and fucking Sean Gibbons are related, bro. Because have y'all seen this? Have y'all heard what this motherfucker wants to do?
Bro.
What do you want to do?
He wants Pacquiao and Broly.
No, don't do that to my man, bro.
He said, why get a rematch? In the interview, he said, why get a rematch when there's better opposition like a Rolly?
And you know that is a big fight.
Better opposition?
No, pero tú no ves que eso es lo que me molesta, que like, yo, where are we? Ellos creen que nosotros are like a bunch of Broly is better opposition.
Bro, I
On
feel
what
like I'm in the
planet?
Twilight Zone. I'm not joking.
And
One
you
point
just
seven is
don't see and
shit.
you just don't see this silliness in any other but like you literally don't like what's wrong with y'all? Y'all trying to tell us that Rolly is a good fighter? You got people fight hype, fight hub, interviewing this retard. You know what I was thinking? There's
The
nobody
thing
about
is,
crayon.
sadly, this
I
is the
want. I want.
effects
He
of
said it. He said it, bro. I want to fight Pacquiao
I
after
want to fight
Ryan.
Pacquiao.
Right.
I don't
and
want
we
to
have
fight.
Ryan to blame for this. Ryan letting him win, bro. We have Ryan to
But
blame.
that's the other thing that with Brian is kind of the same underlying. I said Brian. With
Ryan.
Ryan, it's the same underlying principle that this is not a good fighter. He was never a good fighter. There was never any evidence that he was a good fighter. Y'all just jumped on his dick because he got wild Instagram followers. There was never
That's
no
it. It's the
evidence of him.
casuals.
So you got a trash beating a trash, some trash on trash, and now y'all trying to qualify that try like Rolly is a good fight based on what? Based on what?
Because he fought Tank. That's
But
it, bro.
but if Ryan would have beat Rolly, we're acting like if Oscar would have made a Pacquiao versus Ryan fight, he would have jumped on that shit.
Yes, but why would? All right, right. Bang. Ryan beating Rolly, or Rolly beating Ryan is no different because they both garbage. They
Yeah.
both garbage. It would have been bigger garbage with a bigger garbage profile if Ryan fought Pacquiao. Bigger garbage profile, but it's trash on trash. Come on,
Alright.
bro. That shit's sad, dog. The state of American boxing is just fucking
Bro.
pathetic,
I
bro.
It's
finally,
fucking
like,
awful.
for the
Yo,
first
I
time in
saw.
a minute, I went back to the Twitter space, bro. Immediately, this guy was talking about Leo Santa Cruz is a not great, an amazing win for Gervonta.
Man, get the
Amazing.
Who
fuck
who
out
who
of
said
How?
that? Who said
Some dude
that?
on Twitter. You see what I mean? Like these guys are like casuals as fuck. Like how is Leo
Until
Santa Cruz
I stop
amazing?
arguing. But you see that I don't really be on Twitter like that, or if I am, I just really don't want nobody talking to me. Like, yeah, I don't want nobody talking to me, dog. I'm at the party to get some ass and leave. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to talk about nothing. Cause these motherfuckers are stupid. Like, I don't even want to start up. I don't want to rev the engine to talk about how fucking stupid that argument is, dog. Leo is a great, amazing win. Why?
Amazing win.
Why?
He's a
What?
four-weight world
What
champ.
Pretty much because of his 126 run. At 130, who did he beat? He beat Abner Mars at 130?
did Javante fight him at 126?
No.
He
Who
brought
who
his
did
ass up.
who did Leo beat at 130 that he was amazing? Who?
The guy that
Oh,
was inactive for a year and a half, he was fighting for a vacant belt.
Yeah, and the other shit is yo, I don't I said this and I'm gonna keep saying it because people need to keep hearing it. Them dudes is gay,
Gay.
bro. Like
Gay
them
fuck.
dudes is gay. Like I know it sound funny as shit, but
No,
yo,
they are.
them dudes is gay. That's
They
why they like It don't got nothing to do with boxing. They just gay, bro. They
they
just gay.
fucking they defend that motherfucker painting his nails. Like
They
what the,
defend him making out with Broner at the club. They defend him painting his nails, buying purses, wearing minks. He seen that white boy that was interviewing him, and you could see he had a crush on. Like you can literally see he playing with his toes, wearing it's like, yo, why your feet like that, bro? Why
why
you
why
talking to the? Y'all ain't
why
see
He
that
looks
interview where he was
rugged,
talking to that
bro.
white
He
boy?
has his feet together and shit.
why is this man making your toes curl, bro? The
Yo,
fuck?
on God, bro.
Like, yo,
You see
please.
boxing ego talking about his leg and his leg. It's like, yo, this is just some old closet Diddy shit, bro. Like, dudes
it's
don't
not a
like
purse.
boxing.
It's not a purse. It's a man bag. Shut the fuck up.
Motherfuckers is
Nah, they
gay,
don't even
dog.
deny
Like,
that it's a purse. They just don't care that it's a
there's
purse.
certain they start little by little though. They starting to let it be known that yeah, they just like him because they gay. Like little by little, they letting it out the bag. They're like, so what? It's like, yeah, I figured that
So
shit.
what? He's a claggett.
So what? So
Hey,
what?
speaking of Twitter, I saw something like yesterday, bro, and it kind of had me thinking. ESPN is going dark August, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they said that the zone really doesn't have that much in August, and the zone doesn't, ESPN doesn't, and they were like, "Yo, there's only like one card in all of August."
I
Is
don't.
that
I saw a schedule, and I don't necessarily think that's true. August is going to be a slow month. Don't get it twisted. Is it going to be slower than this month was? Yes, but there's cards in August. I think Kenny Sims is fighting Duarte in August.
That is, one
That's
second.
next
That's
weekend.
August 2nd. That's
That's
August 2nd.
August 2nd. That's all
I told him White. It's August 16th.
right.
That's it.
There's like no, but
oh
I think there's some other cards. I think there's some other
It's
ones. But
Rivera
but
versus Cordova.
But you see what I mean? That it's gonna be boxing, but it's gonna be slow because once again, it's gonna pick up when we go into the fall. Everybody know what's gonna happen at the beginning of September. That's gonna be the biggest fight of the year. That shit, Crawford and Canelo. That's
some
gonna be the
good
biggest fight of the
fights,
year.
bro. Yeah.
the the biggest fight, but the biggest card is November.
No, the
Yeah, that's
best.
true.
No, the best card is November. The best that,
Yeah.
especially yo, if they put Smith and Morrell on that shit, I'm gonna jerk off on the camera, bro.
Yo,
Yo,
Yeah.
And Jason gonna watch me.
They might put it on. Yeah, they would put it on there.
with eyes wide open.
No, but they're putting
Oh,
Subriel.
yeah.
They're putting Subriel and Dalton Smith on there.
Yeah, but the Subriel and Dalton Smith is like, if I could swap that out for something, give me Subriel and
Oh, yeah.
Teofimo or Subriel and Hitchens.
yo, I'm glad he sniped the shit out of Till, man.
Man, I don't like T.O., man. Like, that dude is... Oh.
Yo, he's been getting punked on average every 3 months by
Because
somebody.
yo, my dude, because... And I don't mean to... Because I don't like just being disrespectful to someone, you know, right? But he is a punk, though. You don't see him.
He
You don't
is.
see him got like he not. You can't say you a street person. You not a street person, bro. You not that. You like you not. You've been a sports ass kid most of your life because you've been boxing most of your life. You are not a street person, right? You not a hooligan. You not a drug dealer. You not You not none of that. And as far as
You're a good
boxing
kid.
goes, as far as the boxing shit goes, we know you ain't the kind of person that Crawford is. Like we know. Come on, we know that. Anybody could see that. We know you ain't on that old Mike Tyson time where you gonna fist fight with a motherfucker in the street like he fought with Mitch Green. Like you just you like I don't know, B, but he like for real on some punk shit. Like yeah, like you really are on some punk shit though.
Jules, why is he dressing like John Leguizamo in 1996 though?
You seen that shit? He had like the pant with the. I'm like yo,
Yeah.
what is? He looked
That
like
shit was retarded. It's
he looked
fucking
like an
hilarious.
extra in Live in Color. You can
Yep.
do what you want to do. It's like, yo, what's the matter with
Not
him,
cool
bro?
enough
Like,
to be on living color.
That's it. I'm glad you said it in your. I don't remember what episode really, but you said it, and I cannot agree more. Every time a guy does, especially an American guy, every time he does a fucking dumb shit, everyone on Twitter goes out and no, this is just a way of promoting himself. And no, dude, sometimes you are just retarded.
yes,
Sometimes you're just dumb.
Sometimes you're just a piece of shit.
Sometimes you just
Yeah.
fucking stupid. Because if it was promotion, Leo, no es verdad. If it's for the sake of promotion, okay, bro, what are you promoting? Not a fight. They gave you a fight, and you turned it down. Like you walked away.
No, Julius, you don't get it. This is a 5D chess move that you are gonna understand in 3 or 4 years from now.
Like on some
Yeah.
like in 5
Yo, I
years,
can't
I'm
hear
gonna be
shit.
sitting in the
Can y'all
park.
hear me?
Yo, shut, man.
Fucking virtuoso.
That worked.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be sitting in the park in 5 years eating a tuna roll, and I'm just gonna have an epiphany, like, oh, you know what I mean?
That's
Oh,
what he meant. No,
aim for
you
death
think-
because that's where
Life begins.
Begins. You would
It's a
think-
tipo, man.
You would think if something was failing, they'd stop promoting it that way.
And the other thing is that I said it in the other live. I said it on the relay. I'll say it again. The whole point of the heel turn is so that translates into money. That's the only reason to do it. That's the whole point. That okay, you're playing the heel to elicit responses and become a polarizing figure so that more people pay to see you fight in the hopes that you lose. We all know the routine, right? But if you ain't fighting, you just an asshole then. Like, you just a fucking jackass. You didn't turn it into money. You didn't turn it into anything. So now you basically just pissing people off for no fucking reason. Because it ain't for money, you ain't fighting. Stupid fuck.
Dog agreed.
Shit is crazy, though. That dude is just a waste of time, bro. And it's not gonna. You can already see that it's not gonna end well. It's not like it's not. There are really no more easy fights anymore. Even the Devin Haney fight might be difficult for you. Like, yeah, we make fun of Devin, but style wise, that's not a good style for you, Teofimo. It's not. And then you talking about you want to fight Shakur? Yeah, right, motherfucker. Yeah, right.
Yo, Joel, speaking of guys who fucking flamed out too early, did you see the Josh Taylor retirement today?
Yeah, he retired because he got like an eye injury or some shit. I mean, like, look, he had a good career. You can't say it was bad. Did he make money? Yes, he made money in the World Boxing Super Series, and then he made money after that going undisputed. And he made money, even in his title defenses. Did he make history? Yeah. How many Scottish fighters go on to become champions? How many of them actually unify? And how many of them go undisputed? Scottish fighters. Not a lot.
Yeah, he's in the top 3 all time for their country. I mean, only Cam Buchanan, and I mean, you can definitely say he's ahead of Ricky Burns.
Yeah.
But there ain't too many other guys other than that.
Ricky Burns wasn't elite.
I mean, like, look, man, Ricky. Nah. You know why I say you? Do you know why I say Ricky? Do you know why I say Ricky Burns was elite? The Ricky Burns that Crawford beat became a champion after that at 140, and that Ricky Burns would have beat Rolly. On God, yeah, he would have beat Rolly.
Yeah, but it's Rolly, bro. Come on.
It's not. It's not that. It's not that. It's that you got people that big up Rolly and shit on Rick. They shit on the serious fighters for the clowns. Rolly is a clown. You don't need to be a boxing expert to see he sucks. And if you can't see he sucks, you need to get your eyes checked. That motherfucker sucks.
Yeah.
That shit's sad, dog. Like, what is happening to America?
So question for you and the panel, Jules. If you were advising him, how long do you tell Tim Tszyu to think about what his next career move is going to be?
I would tell Tim, you have to make a decision. What do you want to do now? You don't have to be done after 3 losses. That's you literally don't. Daniel Dubois has 3 losses. AJ has 3 or 4 losses, right? You don't have to be done. What you really need to ask yourself is, do you want to keep doing this? That's what you need to ask yourself.
Damn.
That's all. If you want to keep doing this, I will find a way for you to keep doing this. And we will rebuild you as best as we can. But when you think about how they did it, it's sad because you moved too fast to begin with. You were still recovering after that Joey Spencer fight. You probably needed 2 to 3 more easy ones, in honesty. But they only chose you. The Fundoras only chose you because they didn't want to deal with the Puerto Rican. They picked you because they thought you were easy and you bit. That's sad, bro. I feel bad for that dude. But if I'm advising Tim Tszyu at this point in his career, after what happened on Saturday, that's the first question I'm going to ask him. Do you want to keep doing this? If you do, we'll find a way for you to keep doing this. We'll do our best to rehabilitate you. But do you want to keep fighting? That's the question. That's what he need to ask himself. Because these beatings that he's taking, these are not ordinary beatings, bro. They're not. You lost something last year. Trying to fight with all that blood in your eye, you lost something. And then you lost more. It's not just getting hit and getting knocked out. Derek Chisora been knocked out. Look, Dillian White knocked him out in 2018. He flattened him, dog. It was a bad knockout. Derek come back like it ain't shit. You know why? Derek want to fight. Derek want to fight. Like, man, what the fuck about that? I still want to fight.
True.
Derek is crazy.
He's a maniac, dog.
Motherfucker cost me money with that Joyce fight.
Shout out to motherfucking who sent me this? I can't see the name. Shout out to motherfucking Gerardo Bustamante for the Cash App donation to the Swedish Beer Fund of China. This will go towards 3 alpacas in Switzerland for their college education. That's the difference. Tú tienes que hacer la cosa con voluntad. And that's where everything. Boxing is not some shit that you could come in and you just, I'm just going like, nah, homie, do you want to keep fighting? That's the difference between winning and losing, honestly. Do you want to do this shit?
Damn.
The second thing I ask him after that, if he says yes, okay, we're getting you a new trainer.
Okay, yes. That's the first thing. That's the yes, that's from God. Fuck. You can't keep doing things the same way, Tim. Nothing against your uncle. Nothing against you. Can't go well, your great uncle, whatever the fuck, bro. Whoever was there. Yo, you can't keep doing things the same way, Tim. We can't keep sending you out there to get hit like that. So if you want to keep fighting, we'll keep fighting with you. But the corner situation has to change. I'm not gonna keep watching you get beat half to death.
Can we get him a new manager too, bro?
The shit is that they're not. The weird thing about No Limit is y'all fucked up with Tim, but y'all do everything else right. Y'all do everything else. This is a great outfit. Like if you're an Australian fighter, you need to be promoted by No Limit. That's basically the Australian Matchroom. They do all the big shows out there. But it's like Tim let the Americans get him open. And that's really where y'all fucked up at. You think these motherfuckers over there give a fuck about an Australian fighter? No, fam. They are setting you up. I said it in a lot of videos. Tim didn't call me. You should have called me, Tim. George, y'all should have called me. I'd have told y'all what it was. But, it is what it is.
I don't think you can blame the managerial status of Tim on what has become of them.
Yes, you can, because let me tell you something. This is what people forget. Last year, there was an event going down in Vegas where the Australian Rugby League was going to be staging an event, right? And it was a big deal because there was going to be a lot of Australians coming into town for that event. They were trying to line that up with Tim Tsz's next fight. Who did you let fuck that up? The PBC. You ended up pushing that event back because they could not secure you an opponent. You were trying to get Erickson Lubin for the millionth time. Like, dog, you left Australia for Erickson Lubin? Okay. You're relying on them too much to do things that you can do yourself. For worrying about a Lubin, Brody, you don't need to fight a Lubin in America. Remember, if you're in America for an Aussie event, for an Aussie audience, there's no need to impress the Americans. But you let them fuck that up for you. That's how his date ended up getting pushed back. That's how you end up with the Thurman that became the Fundora. That's how all of that happened. They were planning that for months to do that event in Vegas when the Australian Rugby League was going to come through. And in the end, they didn't even get to fucking do it. Why did that happen? Because you relying on the PBC. You going off of what they telling you. Y'all was cool in the gang when y'all was, don't you see when they were doing their own thing? He was on his way. When they were just doing their own thing, he was on his way.
Man, it almost felt like I know in my heart of hearts it's not, but it almost felt like No Limit was trying to catch out. Like, got to get him as quick as possible, make as much money as possible, because we don't.
It's not that they were trying to cash him out. It's that they fell for it. They were tourists. Oh, the PBC, they want to fuck with us. They want to suck our dicks. Oh, crikey. The fucking PBC.
Al
Heyman. Al Heyman, he's going to suck our dicks. That's what, like, y'all got open because y'all really thought, what y'all thought was, our boy Timmy is doing this so big that the Americans want him. And I don't like seeing good people get taken advantage of because I don't think George Rose and Glenn Jennings are bad people, but y'all got conned. Yeah, that's what happened to y'all. Y'all was a couple of tourists with your big wide eyes thinking the American, we about to make it. Nah, that's not what they had planned for your boy. It's not. This shit's sad, dog. Crikey. Virtuoso said, it's not my earpiece. StreamYard audio goes in and out on Google Chrome browser. Fuck his And fuck you, Michael. You heard that, Michael? Fuck you. Fucking Michael left. That's some bullshit.
No, but I still repeat. I don't think all that you were talking about. That looks more like Tim's doing than his manager. Tim was pushing for making it big in America, to London big, and he got in some way he got what he wanted. But he was pushing it. Yeah, maybe he could have gone with Match or another promotional company, but Tim was rushing it. I think that was Tim's decision to be so. He was too eager to making a statement on his career in America, especially.
Yeah. I mean, that's another way to look at it. That maybe they did, maybe it wasn't them, but it's their job to manage you, though, Leo. It's their job to look out for you and tell you, yo, fam, like, there's nothing over there. What I see is that they didn't have somebody like a liaison, somebody over here that understands. Timmy, you pay-per-view in your country. What are you doing out here at the Armory? You don't. This is yo dog. This is like if Canelo left America to go fight at the York Hall in London, like at the Copper Bot. Like, yeah, we gonna have Big Canelo at the Copper Bot. Like, really, fam? If it's the O2, I can see. If it's Wembley, I can see. You don't draw Canelo out of his shit to go fight at the fucking Copper Box.
No, they did Timmy dirty, but I got a fresh set of moans for you that I'm gonna record tonight from the old lady for you.
Send them shits in, bro. Shout out to Pork Chop. LOL. I guess it's time for the annual Conti hate. We talking about Victor Conti, bro? Man,
What'd he do now?
I don't know. Like, I don't know what the fuck he did.
Now the Normans
man,
are.
He's just supply and a
are-
demand, bro. You can't be mad at him. He's
Nah,
just
the Normans are now. They're the ones that are saying, "Well, we don't like how the Conte is related to Bada."
Yeah, but can we start to acknowledge? I got like the feeling I got on some real shit. When they pulled that shit last week, I'm like, yo, dog, if Brian Norman, if he has an adverse finding, I'm sorry to say, then I'm gonna know y'all set him up and y'all set Ryan up.
There's too much fishiness, right, going on right now.
I didn't buy into Ryan's bullshit. And I still don't, because there's a separate test from the New York State Athletic Commission that says they found that shit in your system. That has nothing to do with Conti and it has nothing to do with Vada. But the way y'all moving, I don't like it. Because like, if y'all sat down already with Turkey and you ironed out a deal and you picked a date for the testing to start, y'all both did as a team. Y'all did that already. Why you jumping on a boxing voice acting brand new? Like you didn't know, like, yeah, because you didn't know it's gonna start on August 1st. No, you something fishy about what y'all doing. And I'm just saying, if anything happens to Devin, if you stub your toe, if you pull out of that fucking fight for any reason, it's a duck. I don't believe shit. It's a duck. You looking for a way out. You tried that shit and it didn't work. If Devin, my shoulder, my fucking dick itches, I can't fight. Yeah, it's a duck, bro. It's a duck. I don't give a fuck.
Just contact
shit.
Floyd. Just call Floyd Schofield. He'll give you some ideas.
That shit ridiculous. The way these guys behave is so disgraceful, bro. You got guys, Fabio has no amateur background, but you know what he did? He fought two guys that do way more than him. How come he got hurt and all y'all American super duper athletes is just some cowards? Y'all just act like some cowards.
Okay, Julius, let's give Devin and his dad the benefit of the doubt. Let me say this. Look, let's say, just for their sake, that we don't know about these other guys, any of these other guys. We think that all of these guys are cheating. All of these guys are on pets. We are not on pets. I'm being very generous about Devin's case. Mm-hmm. So what we want to do is cut Brian Norman with the pants down. We want to prove that this motherfucker has been cheating this whole time, or at least we want to prevent that Brian Norman we want to prevent that Brian Norman keep doing those bits when he was going to fight with us. Now, Julius, I'm gonna ask you because you know more about this shit. You know more about the news. Did Devin Haney pull this kind of shit with Ramirez?
No,
He was asking for more, but
no,
there
he
you go.
wasn't.
There
No,
you go.
he didn't. That's the giveaway. Nobody no. That's the giveaway. You weren't worried about Ramirez. You doing this for Brian for very obvious reasons, bro. And the other thing is, motherfuckers like I'm tired of playing devil's advocate for the sake of a principle. I'm just gonna go off of my common sense. Devin, you are on Peds. Victor Conti is still supplying fighters Peds. I'm not fucking stupid. Okay? It's too much money to make off of Peds. Okay? So spare me with the Victor's back to clean up the sport. Nah, he's giving you guys Peds that are hard to detect. Basically, he's helping y'all. He's in bed with the right people. So okay, if you are on Peds, in my opinion, why would you then go to these links? Because you're a bitch. You could use your Peds, but you don't want nobody using theirs. Because you're a bitch. I don't know that the Normans are on Peds, to be honest with you. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But I believe, hand on heart, Devin is on Peds. And he needs better ones. Stronger ones, because you hit like a bitch.
Well, Joe, no, he can't because his Peds are strictly diuretics. He can't make weights.
And those,
his metabolism is shit.
Yeah, and those are the kind of Peds that I think he's been on. That you look at his size, you look at what he rehydrates to, and it's very obvious. Whatever you're on, it's so that you can keep making weight. And you saw him standing next to Brian Norman when they had the confrontation. He looked bigger than Brian. It's like whatever you're on, it's clearly so that you can make weight without losing muscle mass. So we're talking about some meldonium type of shit like that, or some Clenbo type of shit like that. Nothing that's gonna make you hit harder. You need better Peds. But the long and the short of it is, okay, if everybody's on Peds, why don't you stop acting like a bitch? Everybody's on Peds. You know you're on Peds. You know you are. You know you are. So stop acting like a bitch.
Now, Jules, I don't think Devin thinks he could beat him. Honestly,
I don't think he does either. Well, Leo took the words out of my mouth. You didn't see him doing all this for Jose Ramirez. Why are you doing all this now?
And you said it, I don't know if it was the last relay where you said, Devin, this is his first time finding someone that's stronger than him. He has no physical advantages.
Yeah, there's no advantages. You got by off of being tall and long for a lightweight. You do not have those advantages anymore. The only hope is that Brian, and I keep saying it, don't try to knock him out with a single punch, because you won't find it. You have to throw 5 and 6 punch combinations. That's how you beat him. He can't take it. Don't worry about what comes back at you. He hits like a fucking girl. Take one to give one and knock him out and get him out of boxing. Him and his daddy. Get them out of boxing.
Man, I've seen girls knock out too many people for you to say that, Jules. Apologize
And I think Devin's terrified to get hit flush by another fighter.
And I'm tired of all his ugly ass fans. Like, all the ugly motherfuckers is Devin Haney fans. That's why they fans, because his face all fucked up. His face because he all fucked up looking. Go, Bevan! Get him! Ugly ass motherfuckers. Get some pussy, man. Get a fucking personality. Sell some drugs and get a gym membership or something, bro. Something, bro. Because I noticed Javante fans is gay. Devin fans is fucking ugly.
They don't get no pussy.
They don't get no pussy. Shakur's fans is a bunch of fucking hipsters. A lot of them. It's just a bunch of fucking because I like to swear. I watch boxing for the footwork. Said no one ever. But okay.
I watch it for the feints. For the
word, right? Seen that shit, yo?
Shakur represent gentrification, bro. That's his style.
You know what I'm saying? So with Devin, I'm tired of these ugly duckling ass Google stock image having mother man, shut the fuck up. You just fuck with Devin because he ugly like yo ass. That motherfucker look like I don't know what, bro. He look like a catcher's mitt. Face all hard and shit.
Not even a broken in one, just a fucking fresh fucking one that you can't even squeeze.
For real.
Fuck.
We fucked up, bro. We
God
can't
damn.
go
I
to
know we
fights.
fucked up. Hey,
We
Motherfucker.
can't go
Jules,
to
are you gonna?
fights,
I don't
bro.
know if you're gonna cover it. Are you gonna do a segment on Daniel Dubois partying hours before he went to the arena?
Yes, I already did it. Shut the
Okay.
fuck up, because I'm
Really?
uploading it after this. I'm not going to talk about that. What I was going to talk about was the shit you was complaining about, Drew. All this fake outrage shit because Turkey was being petty.
Oh,
That's
dog, I'm picking dog.
bro. That
That
shit
and then I'm
ridiculous.
noticing everybody. If Usyk was FBA, they would be saying he's greater than Ali.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not one. I don't agree. Like, because I saw people doing it. In fairness, they was trying to say he's greater than Ali. I would never say that. I would never say that. I don't see what the point of saying that is. Like, well, all right, you're just fucking retarded. That is a 1 in a million resume that you're never gonna see again. You understand that? 1 in a million. That dude fought not one but 2 monster punches. 3 if you count Joe Frazier. But just fighting Sonny Liston and George, yeah, you not seeing that
Did he
again.
fight? He didn't fight Shavers, huh?
No, he fought Shavers.
He fought
He
Shavers
fought on
too,
this
yeah.
shit. Yo, Shavers cracked the shit out of him,
Yeah.
dog. So the point is, I don't know why we got to bring up Ali, but I see the hate on both sides. That yo, one, a lot of y'all just don't like Usyk because he's a white guy. Let's keep it a bean. Y'all don't want a white guy to be that nice, but that's not a reason. I'm sorry, that's not a real reason to hate that dude. And I seen showbiz shit that yo, he don't got enough fights. I'm like, bro, he don't got enough fluff. You mean what? You want him to fight 5 bums in between each champion so you can feel better? Because that's what the fighters you like. That's what they do. They fight 5 and 6 bums in between the real fights.
He's got more meat on his resume than Andre Ward, and Andre Ward's a GOAT to them.
Exactly 2 division. You took the words out my mouth. What's Ward, a 2-weight champion? Was he undisputed at any of those weights? No.
Did you see the little clip of him with Roy Jones Jr. talking about breaking down the Russian style, the Soviet style, the Eastern European style, talking about how they can't fight on the inside, they're very limited, they can't do this, they could do this brilliantly, but they can't do this and that.
No, that's very cute, Andre.
It's
why don't you?
fucking-
No,
it
wait,
is adorable.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why don't you go fight Artur and see how you do on the inside, bro? Yeah, 'cause he can't fight on the inside, right?
Oh wait,
Yeah.
he ducked him and got out of boxing as soon as.
Have any of you guys seen that clip? And then they talked about, and then Roy was interjected with like, well, yeah, you know, it's like when Haney beat Loma.
They living in
Yeah,
La
yeah.
La Land.
Does that
live
make any
in-
sense?
they living
Because
in
when
La La
I saw
Land,
that
bro.
fight, I saw
Mhm.
Lomachenko land like 6 punch combinations on the inside.
As
And
far
then
as
All right, Mr. Calderon said y'all hating Dev, mad he sponsored by Camels. Yeah, by fucking
Camel
Cools.
toe.
Nah,
No.
the shit is that you can't and you know, I kind of lost a little bit of respect for Roy saying that shit. Like, bro, nobody thinks Devin won that fight. And the only reason you saying it is taboo. I'm sorry, but I'm an honest person. You just saying that because he black. That's cool. You know what? If that's the way you see the world, go ahead. Black this, black that. Don't get mad when the white people do it. Don't get mad when the Mexican people do it. Right? Because you do get mad. You do. If the Mexicans play the game that you playing, you get mad at them. If the white people play the game that you playing, you get mad at them. So I'm tired of the bitch assness. If you gonna live in a world where you just, oh, we gonna okey doke all the bullshit just because he the same this is me or because he fly the same, okay then, do that. But don't get mad when other people do it. Because you the first motherfuckers to get mad over that shit. Let the white motherfuckers start doing that shit. You ain't gonna like that shit. You ain't.
Exactly.
Can I don't put Usyk in the top 5 heavyweights. Can I put him on the top pound for pound list though, right?
I think you could put him in the top 10, Drew. I
10.
actually
Well, what about
do.
all pound for pound all time?
That's tough, bro. That's a lot of data. Like, you're not
it's too much.
understanding that. Once you start talking about pound for pound, then we got to get into Henry Armstrong. Then we
Yes.
got to get into Roberto Duran. It's too much data to say, yeah, you know what I mean? But heavyweight is a more simple conversation because a lot of the greatest heavyweights, right? Most of them only had 2 or 3 signature wins, save 1 or 2 exceptions. Most guys do not have a resume like Muhammad Ali. Most guys don't have a resume like George Foreman. Most of the time, they got 2 to 3 signature wins, not signature fights, signature wins. And you know, those are the ones that make up the meat and potatoes of your resume. So when you put it in that context, yo, Usyk got 3 and 4 signature wins as a heavyweight. That's just as a heavyweight. He fought the most important guys at heavyweight. What we saying? Cause he didn't fight Dillian White?
He didn't fight Wilder.
Because he
Hey,
didn't
Jules.
fight Otto Wallin? He
Hey,
can't be
Jules, in that
ATG?
context, that's kind of close to Muhammad Ali status in that context.
Not really.
You know what I mean? It's at the best at your time, what you had to work with. Like Usyk fought them all.
Yeah, but you can't
That's
compare.
that's that kind of.
But for me, Usyk, do I think
Ali, people got the first thing people got to stop doing. Stop bringing up Ali like he's ordinary. That's not an ordinary. Do you know how many Hall of Famers is on that fucking dude's resume, dog? It's you not gonna. That's why keep you not. I don't know why they doing this. A part of me think, yo, y'all on some racist shit. Quiet as kept. A part of me think that like we don't got to keep doing this Ali shit. We don't got to try to tear down Ali. That's one of the greatest to ever do it. That's the first motherfucking thing. Okay. 2, just on some boxing shit, not even no love shit. You're not gonna see a resume like that again. You not. That dude fought beasts. You're not gonna see that.
I wish they would have Floyd.
No, that's what I'm saying. For Usyk, who he had for his time, he was close to that. Close to doing the best he could.
It's a much smaller number when you talk about a guy that fought both Sonny Liston and George Foreman and Ken Norton and Joe Frazier and Ernie Shavers. It's like, nah, man, like I'm not doing that. But what I will say is take Ali out of it because I don't compare nobody to Ali, right?
Own category.
I don't compare nobody to that man. You're not going to tell me Usyk is not an ATG. Hey, he's an ATG heavyweight.
That's
you
what
understand
I'm
that?
saying. 100%.
He's an ATG heavyweight.
Did you see Usyk's little video where they were asking him, well, how do you motivate yourself? And he just sort of laughed at it. Motivation? I don't have motivation. I have discipline. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline is forever. Like,
Discipline.
Holy shit.
That's a mother. Drew, ain't that some Capricorn
That's
ass
a Capricorn
Bro, I had that conversation.
And all
That's
I'm
what
saying,
that's what me, Undefeated, and Drew say when we slap dicks together. Discipline.
Whoa.
On guard. On
Did you
guard.
hear 3 Musketeers?
He said on
one
guard.
for all.
Hey, but like Alex, I don't deny Usyk wins a championship in any era. He don't go undefeated, but he'll win a belt in any
he don't
era.
go undefeated, but you know what? Because we not stressing
Yeah,
the
I agree.
undefeated
I agree.
shit.
I agree.
I'm like, look, there's guys, and you know, just to refresh everybody's memories, there are people in the 90s that I don't know if Usyk would have beat them. And it's not who people think. I think Usyk could beat Evander Holyfield now that I think about it. But you know who I'm not sure he would beat? Ray Mercer. That dude is trying to kill you, bro. You understand that? That dude is trying to kill you. And
David Tua.
It's not a boxing match with Ray Mercer. You understand? It's not a boxing match, okay? Where you could psych guys out with the box. Yeah, that dude is not here to box, dog. He is here to fuck you up. And you got to be ready for that. 2, the secret ingredient. You have better cardio than all of today's heavyweights. Better range of motion than all of today's heavyweights. Some of those guys back there, they had those gifts too. You benefit from that in this era because you're smaller, you have better cardio, you have better range of motion, more fluidity. But there were guys like that back there too, that they had those things too. You don't see that many of them here in this era, so you mopping the floor with these guys. But some of those guys back there, yeah, some of them would have been a handful. It's no shame in saying that if you put Usyk in a time machine and dropped him in the 90s, he's going to win some, but he's going to lose some. Yeah, he'll lose some. But
Dude, how does the Lennox Lewis fight look, being that he's the tall guy and he's easy with those guys?
I fuck with Lennox, like, don't get it twisted. I fuck with him, but like I said, that you largely benefited from being one of the biggest heavyweights the division saw at the time. He had an 84-inch wingspan, dog. Ridiculous. 6'4". There were not a lot of guys like that running around at that time. So you benefited from being the big man. Look at the dudes that Ray Mercer was shorter than him. Evander Holyfield was shorter than him. Mike Tyson was shorter than him. Shannon Briggs was our level, but Shannon Briggs wasn't really all that. You know what I mean? The point is that it's not outside the realm of possibility to me that Usyk could beat Lennox. You know why? Oliver McCall beat Lennox. Hasim Rahman beat Lennox, but you telling me that you telling me an Olympian, a two-time he stands no chance. Get off the bullshit,
And
please.
just the way Usyk fights the taller guys.
Just get off the board. And I'm not telling you Lennox is trash. Lennox definitely loses. I'm just saying, did he not lose to Oliver McCall? Didn't he? Is Oliver McCall ATG? Nah, right?
And Jules, they have the stories of like where Usyk was tuning up Vitaly and Vlad coming up in training camp.
Yeah, like I just, motherfuckers get protective of their heroes, and I get that. But if we're gonna have a real conversation, yes, I give Usyk a chance against Lennox Lewis, but I give Ray Mercer a chance against Usyk. I give David Tua a chance against Usyk. Yeah, because these, you better do something, because them dudes is not here to box.
Hey, and y'all gotta keep something else in mind, man. The fighters from now's today and age, like nutrition is more advanced and smarter, training is more advanced and smarter. Like the guys of nowadays have that edge on the guys from back in the days.
Yes, but the edge that the guys back then have is that the guys in this era are weaker. They are. Drew say it all the time. Average motherfucker walking around has the testosterone of a motherfucking senior citizen back then.
Yeah, 70-year-old. A 70-year-old in the 50s and 60s is equivalent testosterone of a teenage, mid-20s men right now.
Shout out to motherfucking Pale. Wouldn't Ali just be a light heavy or a cruiserweight by today's weight classes, and it wasn't even a global sport by then? He would. If you look at some of Cassius Clay's earlier fights when he was, black and white, before the exile, right? He was very lean. He would be a cruiserweight or a bridgerweight. Not even a bridgerweight, a cruiserweight. He would be. He would be. He literally would be.
Y'all know why Jules drinks all that coffee and smokes cigarettes? Because it keeps his testosterone up.
Makes my fucking dick hard.
Well,
that was a weird.
He's like, how do I follow up with that?
So we could have ended it up way better.
What the fuck?
I just realized something. Going back to your little statistic, I don't know where you got it from about the testosterone thing, but let's say it's true, right? That statistic would cover the average male. That statistic doesn't cover, you know what I mean, like elite level content. So there goes that.
Yeah, I guess
at least
I just
we didn't get like
the idea
weird. At least we didn't get a weird moaning sound at the end.
Yeah, I'm struggling with the idea of these guys being elite because this is.
What if they start? What if he starts adding the moan sound during the lives, guys?
Oh God! Oh man!
Damn. Like we gotta start watching what we say. We might get a moan put on after a word or something. Like fuck.
Yeah, like if you make a good point, that deserves a moan.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Or if he wants to make fun of you and he makes like a weird moan and you're like, what the fuck, bro? Come on, man.
The better point you make, the higher pitch it goes.
I just love when he says "fuck you, country."
And country's not here to say "fuck you" back. Don't do that to him. God, Devin Haney is such a bitch, man. Like I know we just talked about him, but he is just like bitch with a capital B.
I mean, more of like, I don't know, him and his team, they're more of like a soap opera than just a boxing team. You know what I mean? It's fucking weird.
Like, I'm hoping maybe he does pull out and Turkey's like, you know what? Fuck you. I ain't working with y'all no more. He ain't working with Till. He ain't working with Schofields. Go ahead and don't work with them.
And you know what? I'll say it, man. Might be a hot take for some people, but I'll say it. The kid's ridiculously talented. He's in the wrong fucking hands and he's surrounded by the wrong people.
The only hands he's surrounded by are his own and his father's. He has no promoter.
I agree, bro.
No, that's very.
I'm not arguing who it is. All I'm saying is, with the right team,
you can't say that, bro. That's very anti-black. You're against black fathers, bro. Saying that.
You don't want black fathers and sons.
Yeah, but hold on. You're trying to say black and fathers in the same sentence. You're not making sense.
Well done.
Hey, fellas. That's the motherfucker. Hold on. That's the motherfucker that's in the military saying racist jokes every day.
Yeah, bro. You should see us. Matter of fact, I told my buddy one time, my civilian buddy, I was like, bro, you should see when it comes to racist shit, y'all should just watch a video of a bunch of dudes in the infantry just chilling on a regular day at work. They're sitting in the company area, nothing serious. They're just cleaning weapons, doing weapons maintenance or whatever, fixing shit. Black dudes, Asian dudes, white dudes, motherfucking Latinos, you name it, bro. From all over everywhere, bro. Racist jokes going left and right everywhere, bro. They laughing and carrying, and they're all brothers and they all love each other, bro. And they know they're just jokes. Like they're not even offended, bro. Like
And
it's
homoerotic jokes
man.
too, you fucking homos.
Hey man, someone's got to protect fucking the United States, you know.
Well, just so long as I don't have to protect my asshole from them.
Yeah, don't drop the soap if it's the Navy. That's what I've heard. So I don't know. I'm never there, so.
So did you? Who was your first love in there? I know you, a young corporal. She stole your heart.
Yo, nah, that wasn't me, fam.
Well, he's not. You see, fellas, you don't want to say nothing.
In the Marines?
I was never that dude. I was never that dude. Like when I had rank, like that, like preyed on and messed with low. Nah, I didn't do that shit.
Yeah.
Now, did you ever get into like when you're out, seeing other servicemen, Navy, Army, Air Force?
I mean, here's the
Just
thing,
for
like,
for ego, but for shits and gigs.
yeah, like for shits and gigs, bro. Like we'll fuck with each other, but here's the thing, it's like a love, hate, respect thing at the same time. Does that make sense? Like, if somebody from the outside, like a civilian, try to like put their 2 cents in or say some shit, then now we're on the same team. Does that make sense? Like we're just like,
I have a question.
You know, like we give each other shit, but you can't give us shit if you're not one of us. You know what I mean?
I have a question. Is it true the Navy are the biggest man sluts in the Army? Because that's what my sister said when she was in the Air Force. So.
Well, I only served in the Army. Yeah, I did. My whole career was infantry, but I'll tell you this: I've worked with a lot of branches, a lot of different people, and the main ongoing theme is anything that has to do with anything being gay. Everybody reverts immediately to Navy, and when they do that, they exclude Marines. They don't mean Marines because Marines are a department of the Navy, but they mean just Navy proper. Yeah, that's pretty much the ongoing thing.
But who gets the most bitches, and why is it the Navy guys?
Well, here's the thing.
Port to port, man.
Air Force, Navy, and shit like that. Like you get your more delicate women choose to serve in those branches. You know what I mean? From my experience, like. Your Marines and your Army, yeah, you're gonna see some. You can see some bad ones there. But there's not gonna be a lot of them. But Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, all that shit, bro, they got ridiculous amounts of really attractive women and shit. It's just I don't know what it is. It's just I don't know, maybe the jobs that they offer or the lifestyle that what it gives. I don't know, man. But yeah, that's the thing.
Well, the jobs in the Air Force got to be a little bit more intelligent, right?
I mean, but there's a lot of jobs in the Army and the Marines and the Navy where you got to be super intelligent too. They all have crypto analysts. They all have hackers. They all have radar people. Like they all have everything. You know what I mean? Some have more than others, but they all have all of that. So yeah. Any other questions?
So who's fighting this weekend?
I know, right?
Your favorite fighter, Clarissa Shields.
Oh no,
bro. No. Man, she needs to put a shield over her eyes. Ugly ass.
Man, I don't think I'll ever forgive Bam for beating Sonny Edwards. Because if Sonny won that fight and he finally got up in Clarissa's guts, she would have gone away. She'd have been like,
that's not it.
Her head would have cleared. She would have been less of a complete absolute bitch. Be like, oh my god, Jesus, I had an orgasm. Like, what the fuck was I doing being this much of a
For real, she backed up to the motherfucker. You could tell. She backed up. But now, gentlemen, let's get back to some boxing. Callum Smith versus David Morrell has been ordered. Leo, who do you like for the fight?
Callum Smith versus David Callum.
You like Callum for the fight. Why?
Now I can say that David Morrell's punch resistance at this weight is questionable. Callum Smith punch resistance at this weight has been proven. So yeah, Callum Smith goes, wins in activity, real punches. David Morrell might have his moment, but Callum Smith wins a unanimous decision. I don't think he knocks David Morrell out.
Mm.
but it wins quickly, in my opinion.
Ignacio, you agree with that?
Yeah, I would go with Callum as well. I'm not too impressed with the way Morel's looked lately. I mean, his last fight a week ago, he got his ass kicked and he kind of survived and got a little bit of a gift. So, if anything, I think David uh, would have to fight someone else just to prove that that those were kind of fluke fights that he had. But honestly, since he's being ordered to fight Callum Smith next, he ain't gonna take another fight prior to that. So if they go directly into it, I think Callum should win that fight. Like Leo says, I think he wins a decision. He probably knocks him down one or two times, but I think he ends up winning a decision as well.
Does anybody think David Morrell wins that fight on the panel?
I'll give him the slight edge.
How do you see him? How do you see him winning that fight?
I can see him winning a decision. Because look, Katayev was like an asthma attack. He just couldn't let him breathe, man. And it's like there's something about pressure fighters that does make a pure boxer crumble. But Callum Smith is not that. I think he's kind of like the similar approach. It's like wait for the guy to make a mistake. That way he can counter, and he's very good, with straight punches. But I don't see him much of a hooker, But if Morel is good, at moving around, I think he could get Callum, off balance, And plus, I don't really trust, Callum's gas tank. So I got Morel by decision.
There's only one way I see Morel winning is if he reverts to an actual Cuban fighter and bores us to death.
I'll say that I myself, I don't trust Morel in that. I don't trust him in that fight. I think Leo's evaluation is probably the closest to what I think that Callum can win on activity. I don't really know that Callum finishes him. I don't know that either. But Callum does have better punch resistance. Callum is a stronger puncher at this weight. That's proven. Callum has knockouts at this weight. David Morrell doesn't. Between looking bang average with Hot Rod, looking shit with Katayev, losing against another super middleweight like yourself and David Benavidez, David Morrell is looking dog shit. Like, yeah, you looking dog shit, bro.
No, man.
I don't have no reason to pick you.
The way you beat Callum Smith is getting on the inside of him. Does Morrell like to do that?
Nope.
No.
Also,
what do I say about all Cuban? What do I say about Cuban fighters?
Oh, they're choke artists.
Cuban. Yeah,
you got Mirage. You got Mirage in the comments trying to talk up David Morrell for no other reason than he wants that to be a victory that ages well for David Benavidez, but it's already aging badly because fucking little ass Katayev is like 5'6", homie. How the fuck he knocked down David Morrell? And David,
it's not that small.
Morrell got too cute.
Fucking 5'6", bro. He's
there's no way
he can crack.
Nah, I don't believe that.
Bro, that
cannot be
my dude. That dude is well little. He just cack like he just one of them little cack motherfuckers. But he got a knockdown. How does 200-pound David Benavidez not knock him down?
The same way 200-pound Benavidez don't put down a Caleb Plant. Come on, bro. Why are we wasting time?
Yeah, man. Like that shit is fucking sad. And I just keep thinking about this yard fight, man. That I really don't know if David Benavidez is going to win that fight. I really don't know.
I mean, Jules, did you see the picture they were putting of Benavidez when they had that face off with him and Yard? He looks like he weighed about 230 already.
Yeah. You're going to have a fat camp. Like, that's not going to be a camp where you're working on strategy. You're just going to work on making weight. That's it.
Anyway, Angel Herrera is gonna help him, Tortavidas, get ready for that fight because again, Yard again. It comes down to conditioning, and I don't think Yard can go the whole 12 rounds without blowing it. So
yeah, but you talking about a fight. Calm down. You talking about a fight where both guys is gonna basically try to trade with each other. Which one of them is gonna try to box? Who gonna try to move around and use the ring and feint and fiddle and fence? That's not what either of them do.
I would say David is more capable of that, but he's not really good at that.
let's go to Leo. Leo, what do you think? let's go to
I didn't want to say.
No, I think I favor David on that fight.
You favor David in that fight? What's your
Yeah,
rationale?
I think Jarl is maybe is gonna be similar to the David Morrell fight, with the difference that I think Jarl hits harder, and I think he has better punch resistance than David Benavidez. But in the exchanges, he's gonna look better just because he has more hand speed. He's gonna be able to put more punches together. That's gonna give him the victory. Now,
but what if Yard catches him the way David Morrell caught him?
Remember,
Remember, David Morrell caught him like 2 good times. He rocked him like 2 good times, and David Morrell don't even hit like that.
I think David can get cracked. Jared can hurt David Benavidez, but I think David can take it and he can recover and keep fighting. Just as he did with fucking David Morrell.
Man, if he loses that fucking fight, dog, oh my God, the meltdown.
I don't mind saying it.
If he loses that fucking fight, dog, that Sunday morning, I'm gonna have an all-day boner, bro. Because they tried so hard to put this guy on a pedestal. I don't want him to win, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I want that whole fucking movement to die. Like, yeah, just go away. Watch rugby. Watch tennis. Go away. Go away.
Dude, you're gonna shatter he who should not be mentioned. You're gonna shatter his life. Like, that's his whole identity.
Honestly,
the whole
he don't
Morrell
talk
was
about
being
he
ducked
don't
by-
talk about nothing else. Shit.
That's his whole
Morrell was
fucking
being ducked by
identity.
Canelo. Remember?
Yeah.
I he knows nothing else. I mean, I'm sure there's something else going on there, but it's so weird that he identifies with that guy so much. He must either like
He's gay.
look like him or something. I don't know.
No, it's
so weird.
it's some homo shit. It's some homo shit.
It's so
It's like to him,
homosexual shit.
to him, see, like to him, David Benavidez is like Rosie Perez. You see what I mean? That it's like, oh, he's
Jesus
sassy.
Christ,
He's got
dude.
the Mexican blood, and like shit like that. Like he's exotic. Like, oh shit, like.
Oh, but Rosie Perez's titties. Wait, Rosie Perez's
really.
titties and White Man Can't Jump though. Ooh,
Dude.
No, yeah, but it's that kind of dichotomy that, like, why would an Australian of all people think
because
so
he could
much
be-
of David Benavidez?
He could be, he could be a brown Australian. You don't know.
Nah, he's not. I can tell by the pitch of his voice. He's a white guy.
Yeah, it's very strange.
it's
I
weird.
don't get it. It's too much.
I used to think it was a troll, but then you even for a troll,
No,
nobody
it's
puts
gone
up.
past it. He's gone way past the troll.
Yeah, like that's
way
like
past.
now it's just not normal. Now I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe it's like autism or something. Like he's just fixated on David, like David Benavidez 3-2-2-4-5, David Benavidez 3-2-2, like some shit like that, like the Rain Man.
Is the accountant?
He's got a handler.
David Benavidez 2-3-4-5. David Benavidez
He's going down the
2-3-4-5.
escalator talking. David Benavidez, and twiddling his fingers next to his hand.
He was in
and
the
his chest.
cafeteria at the mall. David Benavidez 3-4-5. David Benavidez
Put one
3-4-5.
hand next to your head and one hand next to your chest, and then twiddle your fingers.
You know
And
what I'm
go,
saying?
"Benavidez."
Benavidez. Yeah, like, because that's not fucking normal, though. Like, there's no
It's
way
not
you're
normal,
that
but I
high
don't-
on this. This is not no boxing shit. Clearly, like, nah,
No,
he didn't.
it's not.
He fought no one to elicit that kind of a fucking response. You
I
know?
mean, well, no, hold on.
you
Hold on,
remember he
let's-
said when
let's-
he beat Caleb Plant, he's already Hall of Fame worthy.
oh yeah,
That's what he
easily.
did. He said that.
Yeah, I mean, he. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Let it out, baby. You know you want to moan. I heard that
I can't- I
exhale.
can't-
Give Jules some fucking sound drop.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just difficult to get into it some more because it's weird. It's just weird.
The only people that I've seen that can fixate on a single subject that much, honestly, are people that are there's something wrong with them. There's so much else going on for you know. This goes years now, Don, that he's been on this David Benavidez
Oh, I know.
insanity trip.
I
Like,
know.
like,
I know.
how
Listen,
could
he
you
goes-
have
he goes
so
on-
much stock? How could you have so much riding on this guy, dog?
Yeah, it's a little strange. I thought a couple of guys were strange for harping on Shakur. I over the years, you've heard guys harp on certain fighters, and the Wilder crowd, the Shakur crowd, the Dev. Remember that? I mean, not too long ago,
No,
we
but
had the
with
Devin
those
crowd.
crowds, it's not hard to see what's going on. You can identify it almost immediately. Tribalism, to some extent, it's tribalism that,
Yeah.
oh, well, these guys are rooting for the fighter that may be the same race as them. Or ugly kids. Like, if you like Devin Haney, you're probably butt fucking ugly. Let's just be honest, okay?
Michael.
Ugly
Michael.
kids.
Right. Yeah,
Smart man.
all the fuck ugly guys love Devin. Right? Like, and the gay kid, the dudes that want to have butt sex, they love, Javante. So these are easy motives.
Oh, dude. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
His leg, and check out his leg. Do you blame them though? Do you see the leg
Well,
tattoo?
listen.
Now wait, but when you're talking about an Aussie, you're talking about an Aussie. This guy is 16 fucking hours away, right? What, David Benavidez? He doesn't carry on about Australian fighters this much. You talk to Kyle, right? The other kid that comes on here from Australia. He's all into the Aussies. He likes the same fighters we do, international fighters. But he big ups the Aussies. The only thing that Mirage wants to talk about.
No, you shouldn't. Why did you say the name?
No! Bro, hey, don't say it 3 times. Don't say it 3 times.
I had a serious question, though, Jules.
Let me ask you. If you've talked to him a lot, certainly you've talked to him a lot more. Why is he not more into Jai than he is into this?
Because he hates Canelo, bro.
No, it's not that. It's the sex shit, bro. Like, he wants to have sex with David.
Fuck, dude. That's just
sweaty.
You're overcomplicating.
No air conditioning, butt sex.
He wants to touch those peppers. He wants to touch those pepperoni nipples.
You ever had sex with a bitch and all she got is a fan in her house?
Hey.
But what about this though? I was really seeing. I saw something on Twitter. How stupid does Stephen Fulton look not taking a Ray Ford fight?
Nah, I mean, it's not his fault. That fight was supposed to go down on the undercard of Javante versus Roach too. And look,
and now there's no TBD at all for anything PBC.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like I wouldn't even say that was Stefan's fault or nah. If you were gonna get the Oshaki Foster fight, which is what they were saying, then no, it would have been a good fight. Like, yeah, I mean, you want to be a 3-way champion. I don't think he was gonna win that fight, but whatever, right? But better still, like, that's not on him. That's really on Javante just not wanting to fight, because that's the word on the street. He ain't signed the contract yet. So it's like, that's not really Stephen Fulton's fault,
No, but robbing Peter to pay Paul. They need this Manny pay-per-view to do the operational cost for the next one, Jules. And I mean, like, he's hitching his wagon to PBC knowing there's viable offers out there. The minute he's like, oh, bro, we don't got nothing to announce. Let me go take that.
I guess because a lot of time didn't pass in between his victory over Brandon Figueroa, right, the rematch, and when they decided to make the Foster fight. Like, I was okay with the Foster fight. I wouldn't complain about that. Like,
no, yeah,
I'm okay with that fight, but we can't put this on Stephen. The only thing you could say is, well, look, you're still over there, and you're still over there. You shouldn't be. But still, if he would have got the Foster fight, there would have been nothing to complain about. Well, he did get the fight. It's not his fault that Javante is fucking up. That's not on him. I can't put that on him. What can he do? He can't do nothing, But yeah, man, he wants to have fucking raw, hot sex with David Benavidez, bro. That shit not. You understand that he'll come on here. He'll be here for 2 hours, told my David. He won't sleep. He'll be up for 24 hours straight. Go to IBFP. All right, he got to talk about David over there. Then when the Boxing Voice do the morning show, he going to go over there. He going to talk about David Benavidez. When they do the evening shit, same shit. I'll go live. He'll come. Like, the dude is a maniac. Like, nah, this is not normal. Like, I used to think you were just a really sarcastic troll. Now, yeah, whatever you got going on is coming out, bro. And you shouldn't have that much time to talk about David Benavidez.
Please don't talk about stuff coming out when talking about sex with David Benavidez. Come on now.
Is he independently wealthy, or does he live with home?
Bro, if he was independently wealthy, he would have came to America already and had David sign his fucking shaft, bro.
That's true. That's true.
if he were that fucking wealthy. This
Yeah,
is a guy.
He lives at home with his parents.
This is a guy. He's got like a lot of video games. He's got a lot of posters and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck.
Hey, but hold up. Hey, hold up. Plot twist. He did coke off Benavidez's shaft.
Oh shit.
Ah,
Damn, dude. Fuck. Dude.
Fanboy.
Like, the
showed up to
shit
one
is-
event. He didn't have a ticket. Couldn't get in. Fanboy.
The reason it's not explainable is because even among David Benavidez's fans that are here in the United States, right? You know more or less what motivates them. Some of them are motivated by hate of Canelo Alvarez, and yeah, there are people like that. I don't really get that sense from you know, what's his face, but some of them are motivated by that. Some of them are just fans of pochos, you know, guys whose parents speak Spanish but they can't, you know. But in fairness, David can speak a good bit of Spanish, at least more than Teofimo. But for a guy to live halfway around the world, be in Australia, and this is what you're on about, David Benavidez, it doesn't even fit, dog. Like what are you, a serial killer? Like I don't understand. Like what is this? An Australian David Benavidez fanatic. That's crazy. You know, but hey, you know, different strokes for different folks, bro. You know?
Yes, strokes.
Different strokes for different folks, bro. I mean, what are you gonna say? Do
I
we
mean,
think
you know
Jake
what?
Paul
The
is really
explanation is simple, bro. He's a Canelo hater, and Benavidez, in his mind, is his nemesis for him. That's all.
No, because you can see that with the guys that hate Canelo, you can see that on them. Not to say that he likes Canelo, he doesn't, but his obsession really is centered more around David. Like he
Bro.
thinks he thinks David is like, you know, Hercules or some shit. Like, and I just don't see how you could have arrived at a conclusion like that. If you're of sound mind and judgment, I don't see how this could be so exciting for you.
If I had a choice and they told me like, hey, who would you rather see lose, Devin or Jake Paul? I wouldn't know what to say, bro.
No, I wouldn't
I
know what to
won't.
say. Devin,
But I can't
Devin,
stand Jake either, bro. I fucking
bro,
hate that
listen,
motherfucker, bro.
I don't, you don't know. Listen, there were not people sitting around. The Devin shit, his fans irritate me. He irritates me. His father irritates me. If Jake don't bother me, Jake getting money, I see. You getting, I see what you're doing. Like I ain't even mad at you. Like get your money. Devin is genuinely annoying. He is genuine. When he talks, he annoys me. When he blinks, he annoys me.
Wait, when he talks, you mean we don't do the Richie Millies no more?
Right. Shit like right. He irritates me, bro. And if it's Jake and David Benavidez, yeah, I would rather see David Benavidez lose. People don't really have illusions about Jake Paul. They have illusions about David Benavidez.
Yeah, but look at this motherfucker trying to fight Joshua, trying to fight Usyk.
Yeah, but
like,
be real. You think he's really gonna do that? Any
so
of that?
why is he
And if
up
he
there, bro? Why?
Because he's a troll.
We don't
He
need him.
is-
We don't need this
Who are
motherfucker.
you talking about?
He told my
Who's
Jake
trying to-
Paul. He told my Jake Paul.
Shit, Paul, bro. Shit, Paul.
Jake Paul is not gonna fight Anthony Joshua, bro.
I don't know why you guys get so triggered about
What if
Jake Paul.
Turkey's
He's
paying
What?
all
him
You
to
good.
get-
guys, I don't got nothing against him. I don't like. He playing like. You really think he gonna
But
fight
Jules,
AJ?
what if
fam?
Turkey wants to pay it just to see him get knocked out?
I mean, like Turkey
Well,
could
then
put
that'll
up the
happen.
money.
Like,
No, Turkey could put up the money to make it happen. I don't think Jake would take the fight. If you take Turkey's money, you don't get to captain the ship. You're not in control. Whatever you got going on back there, and I don't know what it is, it won't be that way if Turkey's manning the ship. It won't.
There's no script.
There's
Yeah.
no script.
I want.
Yeah,
I
but
want
did you
him.
ever consider that Jake really believes he can beat him?
Do you believe that, Alex? That he
I
believes that
mean,
he could beat
I,
him?
Yeah,
I believe
I
I got
do
a
I'm
believe
not
10
gonna
inch
lie, man.
cock.
I think he really thinks that in his, as delusional as it is, I think he believes it.
That's crazy,
Cada,
bro.
hey, cada cabeza es un propio mundo, bro. You know that, bro. Like everybody sees the universe and the world different, bro. You know that.
Wow.
I don't buy. Do you know why I don't buy that, Alex?
Go
Because
ahead.
the matchmaking has been so strategic that he has to be cognizant of his limitations. Why? What, if you really believe you can beat that caliber of fighter, then why the
Mhm.
fuck did you go for Chavez?
Mhm.
If you believe that you can beat a full-on heavyweight like an Anthony Joshua, why have you been fighting who you've been fighting? If you really believe that.
So I'll go as far as to say it's not likely, but would you put it out of your mind that it's not possible that he really believes that he can win?
Okay, Julius.
You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Like, you know me, you know how I am. I'm that dude on the panel, bro. Like I look at both sides, man. I'm just saying.
It doesn't
like,
fucking matter what he believes. You're gonna get fucked up. It's not out of the realm of possibility he really believes he can win.
Go ahead, Leo.
No, but you have to learn to differentiate between what you call promotion, that is talking about himself and talking about the things that he wants to do, he's gonna do, and actually the things he wants to do and what he believes he can do. I think by now, after defeating Chavez, he really thinks that he can win a world title. Now, you're saying that that fight could maybe fix. But fighting Anthony Joshua, no, I think he knows he's never going to get that fight. But I do believe that he thinks he can win a world title at cruiserweight. So
now, let me help you out, Leo. I agree with what you said. Do you know why? I said it from the beginning. I don't know why everybody's making a stink about this WBA rank, because he is not going to fight Zerto. I said he'll go after Jack. Who did he go after? He's going after Jack. What? Jack is 42. I know that he seems, and I'm not trying to rag on him, by the way. I know that Jake Paul seems like, oh, he's a stupid person. He's a troll. He's a Capricorn. He's smarter than you think. What you're seeing, you're just seeing what he wants you to see. You're just hearing what he wants you to hear, because he, like me, like Drew, like Undefeated, he don't give a fuck what you think. I'm going to make my money. When I'm done, I'm going to be fucking rich. You're just going to be mad. It's all an act. That dude is not dumb.
I want him to get Jensen's.
I do agree, but you lost me a little bit with that superstition.
It's not superstitious shit. It's pattern recognition. You can see what the guy's thinking if you recognize it in yourself. That, bro, I don't give a fuck if Joe Blow doesn't like me. I'm getting money. Yeah. I'm getting money. He don't like me.
Hey, two things can be true at the same time.
I'm telling you the truth that people are hung up on things. People are hung up on things when it comes to his boxing career. People are hung up on things that he doesn't care about, because he figured out something. He figured out something that people aren't privy to. He's no better and he's no worse than the boxers that they do put on a pedestal. He's no worse than Gervonta Davis. He's no worse. What? Oh, because he's fighting old people or people that are at a disadvantage? How is that different from Gervonta? How is that different from a lot of you? How? Noah Mikhailian, you were supposed to fight a fighter your own size, your own age. You stayed away long enough to fight an old man, and he's supposed to be better than me. You're telling me that I'm so bad that because I do these things, but you got guys all over your sport that do these things, and they're all supposed to be held to a higher standard than me. So I don't give a fuck if you don't like me for it, because you watch these guys do it all the time. You just saw Mario Barrios go in there with a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao when there were champions all over the place that he could fight. You wanted to fight a 46-year-old man, and I'm the bad guy?
And the old man beat him, by the way.
So I'm telling you. I don't know who that is. But I'm just telling you that I think I wholeheartedly believe, when I look at what he's doing, I wholeheartedly believe that is the driver for what he's doing. He believes, I think that he sees boxing today as a joke, and the people in it are a joke, because you stand on a high horse like there's all this integrity in boxing when it's very obvious that there isn't. Your sanctioning bodies are the ones that want to give me a rank. Your belts that you hold in such high esteem. Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. But I get what you're saying, Jules. It's like,
it's not me.
Pretty much, like, long story short, don't hate the player, hate the fucking game, man.
Yeah. I think that he sees the whole establishment as a joke, and he's playing a practical joke on boxing. But it deserves it, though, because you literally had pundits on Saturday looking at that dog shit and acting like it's for real.
Yeah,
I can't get mad at him. I'm sorry, like I
Yeah.
can't get mad at him.
Yeah,
Y'all looked at that dog shit,
yeah,
and y'all really trying to get us to believe, that this is for real.
It brings into question, why we the boxing fans, the hardcore fans, should be even listening to these people in the first place. I've already stopped listening to a lot of them, but now it's just cementing something else. Like it's just putting the icing on the cake. Why should I listen to these guys? If you can't be honest with your audience and tell everybody, listen, something wasn't right about that fight, something didn't add up. I've seen Barrios throw punch for punch when he's had a fucking busted face, busted eye, even knocked down the guy. That Russian kid knocked him down years ago, and he got back up and he started punching the guy. And you're gonna tell me that he was too afraid to throw on Manny?
The
he was too scared to
the establishment gave Rolly Romero a belt, and they're about to give him another one. The establishment. I don't give a fuck about Jake Paul, bro. The establishment legitimately gave Rolly Romero a belt, and they're about to give him another one.
Yeah.
Jake Paul is the living embodiment of sucks to suck.
It's more like your sport is a joke. When I see the things that he's doing, and I look at his expressions and shit, what I get out of it is he's telling you your sport is a joke. It's not stupid.
Yeah, I didn't think about it that way.
A joke.
It's true.
A lot of it has to do with the sanctioning bodies, like their jokes.
It's not just the sanctioning.
It's beyond that too.
No, look, can I say it's not just the sanctioning bodies; it's the fans. You're mad at me that I fought Chavez, who's how old? How old is Chavez?
38, 39.
You're mad at me that I fought Chavez, who's 38 and actually fought last year. But you're not mad at Barrios, who's a trained professional and a world champion, who's fighting a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao who didn't fight in 4 years. You're not mad at that. Who's supposed to be more dangerous? Me, the novice influencer, or him, the esteemed professional, the world champion?
The world champion. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I haven't thought about that.
Clarissa Shields is a 3-time undisputed, 2-time Olympic gold medalist calling out a 50-year-old woman. And they'll tell you she's the greatest woman of all times. She's one of the best women boxers in the history of Earth and the cosmos. And it is okay for her to call out a 50-year-old woman. Close to 50. Everyone in boxing, I think the message or the reason that he does these things is at some point he realized the mystique of boxing is a mirage, and these people are a joke.
Yeah. You need Jake Paul to exploit like the meritocratic flaws of boxing.
Who should you be mad at if the WBC wants to give him a rank? Him or the WBC?
The BC.
Aren't they supposed to be the gatekeepers of who gets in and who gets out? But they're the ones whoring themselves to him. It's not the other way around. They're whoring themselves to him.
Yep.
Like I didn't see it coming, but the more you look at it, the more you start thinking Jake Paul was an inevitability. If not Jake, someone was going to come around and take advantage of this shit.
I believe that it's a sophisticated. I believe, hand on heart, I believe it's a sophisticated troll. I believe it's a joke that he laughs with himself about, because I would do that. I would do that.
Yeah, I mean he's making way more money than a lot of these guys are making. He's making a lot more money, and he's got guys that want to fight him. And remember, there was a craze a couple of years ago where it was like everybody was calling him out because they wanted to make the money.
Right.
It's like he's making a mockery of the whole thing.
No. If people tell you that boxers are so brave and boxing is so dangerous, and you're a guy like Jake, just think to yourself, why does a trained professional like an Artur Beterbiev want to fight me? Is that fair? It's fair that you want to fight me? I'm a novice. I'm an internet kid. How is it fair that you want to fight me? This is hand on heart. I believe that's what he's thinking to himself. That a lot of y'all, and I fuck with Artur, but it's just like, a lot of this shit is fucked up. Being real with you, a lot of it is fucked up. Y'all boxers supposed to be
It's
high
fan service.
esteem, warriors, all this bullshit. Y'all can't wait to beat up somebody that don't know how to fight. You can't wait. Y'all lining up around the block to fight what? A social media influencer because of how courageous you are, right? You moan about how dangerous your sport is. So why would you want to fight me?
Yeah. And plus, what he's doing is not very unique. It's not. It's like it's never been done before. You remember celebrity boxing on Fox?
Yep.
You remember Todd Bridges from Different Strokes
Mm-hmm.
when he was down on his luck?
Todd Bridges. Oh shit.
I think that the mission, I think that this may have started out for him as a fleeting interest. You know, let's stage celebrity boxing matches amongst influencers like myself. But I think when Clarissa Shields, because this is really where it kind of starts. This is 5 years ago. He fought a basketball player. He didn't fight an old boxer. No, he's not an MMA fighter. He fought a basketball player, and he knocked him out. And I think when he saw that people in the boxing world were attacking him for it, I think honestly he did something I would do. Fuck you. Now I'm not leaving. I wasn't going to do this forever. I wasn't going to turn this into a thing. Now I am. Because fuck you. The fuck business is it of yours if I fight a basketball player?
How much
Just
did
the
the
hate
Chavez
watch.
fight sell?
I don't know. No numbers came out. I don't think it did good, Don. I don't.
That's not a good thing.
If you had something to brag about, you'd be bragging about it. No, I didn't hear not even a ballpark for what that shit did.
Shit.
And it just
Has
goes back
anyone
to the
even
question.
received like ever been notified what exactly any of these pay-per-view this year has ever been like ever made like in terms of buys? Does anyone know?
The only one that where there were numbers that came out was Conor Benn and Chris Eubank.
Right.
That was the only, and obviously because it did well, so they can't wait to tell people about it. But a lot of the other ones, we don't get numbers for Turkey's pay-per-views.
No. It's
Ballparks.
very black box.
Nobody has a source or an inside guy. We don't know what it does. And I'll be back after these commercial messages.
He wouldn't go take a shit.
I mean, that was a good point. I mean, that was that valid. I didn't put that one together about Barrios and Manny.
And plus, I'm with him. I take more satisfaction in Devin losing than fucking Jake Paul, because his fans are annoying. I don't really hate Devin. Like, yeah, he's kind of a fucking twat, but his fans are just out of this world annoying.
Devin, I don't hate him anymore, just because I pity him so much. Like I just can't hate him. I just think his career's shit, and I think he's just going to be forgotten.
Oh no, I fucking hate him. Fucking can't stand
I just pity him, dude. He's
why? Why do you pity
because the main because he has to be him, you know, like he's got to walk around as Devin Haney, and that's
he doesn't. Oh my god, no, he doesn't have to be him. But blah blah blah. He's Devin Haney.
Yeah,
no,
dude,
he's a piece of shit. He's
an
asshole who thinks he doesn't suck. He's a little loser who goes up to fucking Jorge Linares, who he couldn't rock, but he got rocked by. Like,
yeah.
Do I hit hard?
Yeah, I know,
do
but
I
I
hit
just
hard?
Loma does. Yes, he did.
He's got. Listen, Haney's got problems where he's got control. He's controlled by his dad. His dad's taking over a lot of his career, his money, his whole situation.
Be a fucking man.
He's a little bit better. Listen. He's a little bit better than Tio.
Stay away from a whore. Like, that sucks, dude. You know.
Yes, but his dad, at least, he's better than Tio in a sense of he has friends, like buddies from school and high school. You know, so Tio has nobody.
No, I'm sorry. I have to go back to that. Devin Haney needs to be told not to wife up a whore. You need to be told that.
Yeah, it's just
Jason. You know how dumb these guys are now.
There's more reasons for me to hate like Tio, because I really dislike Tio.
Yeah,
and I really dislike Edgar Berlanga. You know, I'm so glad he got knocked down. Now I don't care about him. And then there's certain ones that I just can't stomach listening to them open their mouths and say whatever stupid shit comes out.
Assholes. You should hate all of them, because they're all a bunch of losers who've never done anything or get these quote unquote wins over guys who are actually good, like Lomachenko, and then it's like, oh, I'm the best ever. Pay me $20 million to fight a bum. Kill yourself, straight up. Get a firearm, slap peanut butter on the end of that thing so you don't have second thoughts, and put the rest of us out of our fucking misery. Fuck Devin Haney, fuck Teofimo, fuck Berlanga. Fuck them all. God. I'm sorry, man. Like, I just heard that, like, I pity Devin Haney shit. Like, why? He sucks too. Ugh. Awkward silence.
When is Jules coming back? This shit's taking extra long.
I know, it's like the longest shit. Talk about the longest yard, longest shit.
I took a piss. What I miss?
I just went on a crazy rant about how much I hate Devin Haney and everyone else. Oh, I may have went a little too deep.
Yeah,
much like Devin Haney.
I just think that he, like, in terms of like the media game, he's duplicitous with that shit. Like, yeah, he likes to play hate games, especially on social media and shit like that. Like, he talks better shit, behind the Twitter profile than he does on camera, and it's like it's just so awkward. Like, to me, it's like it just shows a lack of character, and like he really doesn't have much of a personality outside of, okay, I just want to be the next Mayweather, which is a shitty personality trait to have in of itself.
But then based on who his father was, I mean, are we really supposed to expect him to be this like upstanding individual? Like, his father has a criminal record and was locked up probably for a significant portion of his youth.
You know what? But you know what? He used boxing to turn his life around, and look what happened. He turned his son into a champion, multi-weight world champion. Yeah, he doesn't have the most excited fighting style. He doesn't crack the shit. But you know what? He goes up and shows up in fights that people want to see. Seen him compete, but it seems like this is. It seems like, look, let me just say this. It seems like this is his last hurrah, because I really do want to see Brian Norman put him in a blender.
I don't know, man. I just think, like some of these guys were saying earlier, I'm just starting to think that they're fucking around and they're gonna do something right before the fight happens to say he got hurt and they're not gonna fight. Watch.
No, Sean Porter.
We'll see.
Sean Porter already called this shit out. He said, like, they're not looking for that fight. And Sean was a lot more generous with his word choice than I would be. But it was like, no, they don't need that Brian Norman problems in their life right now.
Yeah. Because the fight just been announced, right? And already you're seeing, Bill Haney, talk up a storm about drug testing, starting drama where it doesn't need to be started at. You know what I mean?
Now,
I think the fight sells itself. Using drug testing as some kind of a tool to promote the fight, which I think they're doing, but it's not going to garner any favors for him. It's just gonna earn them more detractors.
No, I can't even entertain that, because, like, what fucking drug? Like, maybe someone knows him better than I do. What fucking drug can Brian Norman take from now till August 1st, which is when the drug testing would have started, that wouldn't have shown up in his system? That would still.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was asking Jason, because, like, okay, let's say they rock out these next 2 weeks without any drug testing, right? How did these next 2 weeks influence the physiology of Brian Norman on fight night when he's already going to be enrolled in drug testing?
It doesn't. You're just being a bitch.
Exactly. So they're not really gaining any followers. They're just getting more haters. You're not endearing yourself to the fans if you want to be fucking likable. That way we don't have to hear, these fucking, Devin Haney fans browbeat us and say, oh, why do they like Devin Haney? This is because of this shit. You know what I mean?
And then the Devin Haney,
and the fakeness.
And then the Haney fanboys are out there like, oh, well, if he does not on the drug test, what does he have to hide? He's on vacation. That's what he has to hide.
The shit is that they never. The reason that none of those arguments ever they're not really cohesive arguments is because they're not telling you really what motivates them to even like Devin Haney. Because they know if they told you, you'd immediately stop listening. You're only backing him because he's the same race as you. The same thing that you chastise other people for. You get mad at the Mexicans when they root for the Mexican. You get mad at the white guys when they root for the white guy. But it's okay for you to do that. That's why nothing ever really makes sense and nothing really ever sticks. Why don't you guys like Devin? Well, bro, I could ask you the same thing about Usyk. Why don't you like Usyk? Why don't you like Inui?
Yeah, why did these guys despise Loma so goddamn much?
Because he's white.
Exactly.
That's why
But
I can't talk boxing with them guys because I'm like, yo, dog, you care too much about a lot of shit that don't matter. Your life sucks not because of this. Your life sucks because you suck. Nobody told you that. Shit don't work for you because you fucking suck. It's not because of this. It's because
yeah,
you individual. You
Ju-
suck.
Jules, notice how it's always the same group of dudes that root for the same type of guys, and then as soon as those guys lose or get their ass handed to them, then all of a sudden they all move on to the next guy. It
Yeah.
happened to Wilder. It happened to Spence. It's going to happen to Tank, and it's going to happen to this guy again. And then you're not going to see these guys, like you said, they're not boxing fans. They're just tribalistic fucking cheerleaders who cling on to these guys. And then as soon as those guys are lose, then it's like, oh, okay,
Right.
well,
Not
I
even,
was
bro.
never a fan, so fuck it.
Even when
Whereas
they guy lose, right? Even when they guy lose, what they do, they bring up cheating allegations.
that's why there's no plane. There is not a middle ground for me to argue with these people because I know what you're really arguing. And I'm not going to waste my time on you. You're not talking about boxing. You want me to think that Javante Davis is great because you identify with the piece of shit he is. That's not an argument. You're just deluded. That's not boxing. Like that's not boxing. We talk about boxing, facts, stats, opponents, resumes, knockout ratios, all type of shit. Boxing. We're talking about sports the way normal people talk about sports. And this is a diverse panel. You get people from America, from Canada, from the UK, from fucking Australia, from Mexico. It's a diverse panel. From Chile, it's a diverse panel. So it's a hub for boxing fans. But the majority of stuff I see in the United States, as strange as it sounds, you are not fans of boxing. You're just using boxing as a vehicle for the racial tensions in the country. You're not talking about boxing. If the only reason you like Javante Davis, the only reason, is because he's the same race as you, simple question: why the fuck should I care? What the fuck does that mean to me? We don't even have a middle ground to talk about because, well, like I said, you're only rooting for him because of something that has nothing to do with me. So why the fuck would I care? We have nothing to talk about.
You know how in the
Just so
NFL
we're on
you
that-
get all these conversations about Mahomes versus Allen or Burrow versus Lamar. You know what never seems to come up? Skin color. Why? Because it doesn't fucking matter. But you get into boxing. Oh Jesus Christ!
Yo,
Yeah,
since we're on that, let's say that this fight falls apart between Brian Norman and Haney, right? Hopefully, if Top Rank lands on their feet in terms of networks, the next platform doing whatever, they gotta invest their money. They gotta put their well, not all of it, not put their eggs in one basket, but they gotta put their money behind Brian Norman because he's exciting to watch, and that way they get to fuse the whole race shit. Oh, why do you like Devin? Because he's no. We like this dude, this black dude, because he's a
my dude,
yeah.
nothing is ever gonna diffuse that. The way you gotta treat these guys on guard is the way you treat the crackhead outside the 7-Eleven. You ignore him.
Avoid him.
You
Yeah.
can't be fixed. You're broken. You can't be fixed. I don't get nothing out of talking to your ass. You a bum. I don't get nothing out of talk. I don't need to be arguing with you about nothing. That's why time and time again, whenever I had one of these debates, it was because the guy wanted to argue with me. I don't want to argue with you. You trash. I'm not gonna learn nothing talking to you. The fuck I get out of talking to you? The only way I'll do it is if I get to humiliate you on camera, because then I get to make money from the people that laugh in the chat. Other than that, I don't want to be bothered with you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't give a shit what you think about boxing. Shit is crazy. But that's American boxing. It's not. It's not sport. Like, nah, it's not. It's literally used by content creators and fans alike as a vehicle for racial tension. You know, people that don't like Mexicans, people that don't like these guys or those guys. Like, what do you got against Mexican fighters? Like, I don't understand. Like, how could you watch boxing and not like Mexican fighters? I don't understand that. That's crazy. You don't like Chavez? That dude is made for television, bro. There's no way to talk to somebody like that. You decided you don't like an entire group of people because they're different than you are. Well, I don't know what the fuck we supposed to talk about then.
Yeah, that case could literally be made against that group of people as well. But nobody on this panel is sitting up here doing that. But yet they dedicate their lives to doing that shit, to trying to belittle other groups of people, which is bizarre to say the least.
Yeah, and then they try to act because I've gone through this over the years. Remember, Ring IQ Facebook had about, at one point, there were about 56,000 people in that shit. I had to stop taking people in because I didn't want the group to get that big. And they act like you're doing the same thing. Do I look Japanese? When I'm rooting for Inui and talking about his resume and why I think it's a great fighter, newsflash, it's not because I'm Japanese, so you can't accuse me of being a tribalist. I'm not fucking Irish, so that can't be the reason I think Katie Taylor's the quote or whatever, the best in the sport. They always try to project their bullshit onto other people. Like, nah,
Yeah,
homie,
that's Luda
that's what
talk.
you're doing. You only think Clarissa is A, B, C, and D because of tribalism, not because she's the best. I know more about her than you do. It's fucking ridiculous. And you can't win arguments like that. So I just found a cool way to turn that into money. I'm going to laugh at you. I'm going to do it while I do a video. I'm going to laugh at you. I'm going to point out all the stupid shit that you said, and I'm going to get other people to laugh at you. And I'm just going to turn that into money because you yourself cannot be fixed. You can't. You're an idiot. You're defective.
That's why you have a section called Ring IQ Hate Mail.
Yep. And before that, it was there was another one, but I had to get rid of them. I don't know if you remember the other one. It was an older one, and it was more
What was it
profane.
called?
Oh.
What was it? What was it
You're
called?
gonna have to refresh my memory.
Q&A.
Oh,
Q&A. Okay.
It's like the shit stupid. Like the guy who always comes here defending Clarissa Shields. My dude, now you at a point where you trying to defend her fighting a 47-year-old woman that ain't fought in damn near 20 years. And what you're really mad at is that I'm not a piece of trash like you. That I don't look at that. I don't think that's lit. I don't get excited when I see stupid ass shit like that. You do, because you trash. I'm not. Why the fuck would I get excited about that?
I don't believe that story anyway, Jules, about that whole thing, because I find it hard to believe she actually got somebody crazy enough to give her $15 million. Like, that's just not believable at all.
Oh, you don't believe she had that lying around?
Nope.
The shit is, maybe, and I'm just saying maybe to play devil's advocate, maybe Pat put her in contact with some people that got that kind of bread. But the fact of the matter is, when you put up 15 mil, and that's just for Layla, you basically telling me that there's somebody out there, an investor with money, that prices a fight between you and her anywhere in between 20 to 25 million. That's basically what you're telling me. Because if you giving Layla 15, okay, what's Clarissa getting? What's the production crew that shoots this gonna get? What are the undercard fighters gonna get? What's the broadcaster gonna get? And who's the broadcaster anyway? Who's the broadcaster? Because after the Lonnie Daniels fight, you a free agent. Who's gonna promote this? On whose network? That's why the shit seems kind of made up to me. Because it's like, yo, somebody just threw you that 15 mil here. 15 mil. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and what network? Like you said, what network? Who threw it to her? It's all bullshit. No one threw you shit. And Mark Taffet over there he's so out of touch with boxing, he has to cling to Clarissa Shield as pay-per-views dying. Nobody wants to watch her. Mark Taffet, you really went from HBO to Clarissa Shield's manager.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's
And
just not the way these things are done. Is what I'm saying. That why was somebody with that kind of bread? Yo, you understand that you gambling your bread, right? You saying that if I do Shields, because you know how this works, Drew. If I put up 25, it's not so that I could get 25. If I put up 25, it's because I think I'm gonna get 30. If I put up 30, it's because I think I'm gonna get 35 and 40. You know, like you basically investing to get something back. So you telling me that a motherfucker got 15 mil for Layla. What does he have for Clarissa and all the other operational costs? Because that's just what you got to get back. That's not what you hope to make. And I don't price Layla Ali versus Clarissa Shields at 30 million. Yeah, I homie.
Yeah,
Oh,
and not even that.
okay.
Why is Clarissa acting like Layla wouldn't negotiate directly with like Netflix if they wanted to bring her back? Like Clarissa thinks she has a say in when anything goes. When people want Layla to come back, they don't want to watch her.
Oh shit. And then you come out. It was really like some 2B / Empire. Like they come out with the big ass check and it say 15 million. And it say Layla.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna say, like, you got $15 million for the fight, but you have $2 for the fucking budget on the call out.
So why
Really?
you fighting it? If you got it like that, why? And it's just so obvious that I feel I feel like it's a redundancy to say it. That all right, if you got it like that, why you be fighting in half-empty arenas? If you ever had it like that, why was you complaining about Showtime? You the one that said Showtime cut your pay from $300,000 a fight before COVID to $150,000 a fight. Those were your words. That's what you was complaining about. How do you go from that to I get millions? No, you got $1 million. And it wasn't, and the other shit is it was $1 million deal, not even $1 million fight. Most people don't know that. The money that she got for Savannah was spread across 2 fights. It wasn't $1 million for one fight. It was like a deal valued at $1 million. And that was the Boxer deal. Because remember, she had 2 fights on Boxer. She had a fight before Savannah, then the fight with Savannah. That was the deal. But now you're going to come back to America. You're going to fight in these half-empty arenas. Like, we can't see the seats are empty. And you're going to tell people, yeah, okay, fam, okay. I know a lot of people like you. I do. I know a lot of people like you.
Or they're gonna do like the PBC, Jules, and just give away a bunch of tickets to try to make it look like people showed up.
The thing is, it's so bad for her that even if you comp the tickets, the seat's still empty, homie. Like, I look at her last, you could see how many seats was empty. I'm like, come on, B. Like, what we doing? Like, how we arguing this shit?
You still need interested people to give away tickets.
There you go. You mad. The other thing is, why is she so mad at Amanda? Because Amanda's a minority like you. And it eats you up that she doing good and she getting money. And you don't like that a minority person like you was getting money like that. It doesn't really bother you as much with Katie because she's a white broad. You could always fall back on, well, she a white girl. The Caitlin Clark bullshit. But you can't do that with Amanda. Amanda from fucking Brooklyn. Amanda Puerto Rican. You can't play that game with her like, nah, man, the truth is more people like Amanda than they like you. That's just the truth.
And the truth is, Puerto Rican fans support their fighters. They go to their fights. They show up and follow them. Whereas Clarissa's so-called fans, those are the same dudes that are out here using fire sticks and being proud about it.
Exactly. They acting like they're getting over on somebody, Brody. The only one you getting over is on Clarissa. That's what you getting over. You ain't getting over on me.
Speaking of Katie Taylor, how many other people on the women's pound for pound list does she need to fucking beat before people finally say she's a better pound for pound fighter?
They're never gonna admit that shit. And I'm not, and that's why I don't do this. I because it's a whole nother conversation that I don't even feel like having. You don't want the number 1 pound for pound to be a white girl. That's what just like the WNBA shit. Everybody knows why they don't like Caitlin Clark. It has nothing to do with basketball. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Y'all just don't like that it's a white girl that's bringing all these odds to this sport that is still operating at a deficit, by the way. But whatever. Y'all just don't like that it's a white girl bringing all these odds to the WNBA. WNBA's been around, what, 20 years? Nobody gave a fuck. This Caitlin Clark girl comes in and y'all hating on her for it. Well, it's kind of like that with Katie. Kind of that you just don't want to admit that she's the best because she's a white broad from Ireland. You act like you're operating at a handicap. You know why you think that way? Because you're a fucking loser. Only losers think that way. Well, I can't do this. Just shut the fuck up and do it. How about that? I hate motherfuckers that think that way. Listen, she's not where she at because she was worrying about shit like you. If she was like you know what would happen? Women's boxing wouldn't even be a thing. Because when that little girl had that dream to fight in the Olympics, it wasn't even a thing. It wasn't even a thing. That's why I got wild love for her. Because that's crazy to me that you could dream of doing something and it's not even fucking possible yet. So that all these years later, when you do all the legwork, they give this bitch all the credit. That's fucking ridiculous. The IOC brought her in. She had a fight in front of them. And based on that fight, they said, yes, women's boxing will be in the Olympics. Not Clarissa Shields. Clarissa don't get to win 2 gold medals if it ain't for Katie Taylor. That literally happened. Don't believe me? Look it up. There's a fucking video of it, of her fight. The IOC brought her in like, okay, y'all want women's boxing in the Olympics. Let's see what they do. So that all these years later, the pundits could give Clarissa all the credit for what, dog? Tell me, what did she do? How is her winning 2 gold medals any different than Nicola Adams winning 2 gold medals? And you don't sit here writing stories about her. It's bullshit. Bullshit. That's why I trash her whenever every chance I get. Because we've reached the point where things are ridiculous. Nobody gets to win nothing without Katie Taylor. Nobody.
Mic drop.
Yeah, it's difficult. It must be difficult for Clarissa Shields to be a big bitch that cannot find nobody to fight in her weight class. But for that, if you are a big bitch with hands, you could have gone to MMA and make bread if you were that good. But at those ways, no, there's nobody. There's no one. I'm
the
sorry.
Situation. This the weird thing. Let me tell you something. What Clarissa Shields' career really represents is women's boxing before the Renaissance. Because before the Renaissance of 2016, if we just isolate Clarissa Shields in those divisions where she campaigns in, right? It's almost like a window into the past. There were not a lot of women to fight in the past that were worth anything. There were not a lot of big names. But why is the situation manageable? It's not because of the opponents, believe it or not. It's not really because the divisions are barren. It's because you're a bitch. You draw more flies with honey. How come people remember Layla so fondly, even though there wasn't an army of women for her to fight? Why do they remember her so fondly? Because she's a nice person. She's a good person. She's a good ambassador for the sport. You could work this situation. You're just too stupid. And you live in this culture that we're in, this American culture now, seems to enable the most toxic fucking behaviors and act like it's not going on. Maybe you can't fight as often as Katie Taylor. You just don't have enough people around. That's not really what your problem is. Your problem is what people think of you. That's your problem. That they don't like you. How was a double gold medalist in America not have corporate sponsors and isn't a brand ambassador for, at minimum, sports brands? At minimum, you should have like an Everlast deal. You don't even have that.
Jules, she followed the Andre Ward blueprint. Look at how he fucking annoyed a lot of people.
It used to be that if you won a gold medal when you get back from those games, you're going to have all sorts of deals waiting for you. Why don't you? Because your little brother punched an old man in the back of the head and you actually tried to defend that shit. Who the fuck do you think that appeals to? You can't fix it, dog.
Can't fix stupid.
And then a motherfucker will wonder why I say that, like, nah, she's just not a good, I'm sorry, no. Sorry, no. It's not gonna work. You could put her on MVP. You could put her on Netflix. She could have a fucking weekly show, and none of it is gonna help because you're the problem. It's the same with Teofimo. Like it's the same thing that you are your own worst enemy. You're the reason that you don't go anywhere. It's your fault. Oh yeah, man, Katie Taylor, fucking whoa.
Yeah.
Fucking whoa. Do you understand how deep that shit is? Like, I read that shit and then I watched it. I was like, wow, dog. They got to build her a fucking statue. They brought her in. Women's boxing is not a thing. It's not a thing. They brought her in. Yo, watch this girl fight. She fights the girl, beats the bitch up. Yeah, we women's boxing is in the Olympics. Open that door. And she's not out here telling nobody to build her a statue and pay homage to me and I'm the greatest that ever. Never happens, bro. Ever. So when I see the pundits giving her all the, I'm like, yo, this shit is sickening, bro.
You know what Katie Taylor does? She puts herself at a disadvantage. She could be the smooth boxer, jabbing, stay on the outside, throwing the 1-2s. No, she gets up in the face and gives us slugfests.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you got guys in boxing that they go with it. Just and I don't want to be fucked up, but it's like, yeah, it is some DEI shit though. Cause y'all don't say that enough. Nobody gets to win a medal. Not Nicola Adams, not Clarissa Shields, not Lauren Price, not no one without Katie Taylor having that fight in front of the IOC. It's a real thing. It happened. You know why you don't say it? Because she's a white broad. Let's just be real. If we're gonna be honest, that's why y'all don't say it. That all of y'all owe her, and she's too nice to. She's too kind to me. She's too kind. Like, yeah, I wouldn't put up with this bullshit. I wouldn't. But hey, you know.
No, if I was Katie Taylor, I'd be big timing everyone. I'd go heel on that. Like, no, I'm the reason you all have your gold medals and your money. Me. Go straight full Ric Flair.
I don't think she is too worried about. I think she's worried about her career and being passing time with her family and them and focusing on her fight. He's worried about his boxing career. He's not worried about motherfuckers talking in the internet. I don't think he's. Maybe he's watching some.
I think what it is that people that are that successful at the stuff they do, right? They got tunnel vision. It is what you're saying, Leo. Yeah. I don't have time to worry about Internet Joe who thinks that I lost this fight. I don't have time for that, bro. Okay, that's not even important. As long as I'm trying my best, that's all I care about.
And I think when she's resting, when she's having a break, I don't think he's logging out to Twitter or X or whatever the fuck and watching mean comments about her and Clarissa. I think she spent time with her family. I think it's fair to say that she's focusing on herself. It doesn't look like the kind of girl that she's really bothered about that shit. Someone that looks really bothered about comments on the internet is Clarissa Shields. Like, you have to react to everything that is put on the internet.
If a motherfucker say Clarissa Shields 3 times in Central Park, she appears.
What'd you say about me? Why are you hating on me? Why don't you think I'm the quote?
You know what I'm saying? What Katie reminds me of is Cillian Murphy, the actor. Cillian Murphy he has no social media, no Twitter account, no Instagram account, none of it. Doesn't want to be bothered with it. Believe it or not, there are people out there, they couldn't fucking care less what Internet Joe thinks about anything, you know? They don't care. Clarissa, man, forget it, dog. I never forgot. I'm not even talking to your ass. Somebody asked me something and the bitch got mad. Like, yeah, something wrong with her. That's when I realized something is wrong with her. Like, on some personality disorder shit. Something wrong with her.
Jules, as someone once said one time, I'm not looking at you dudes, I'm looking past you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because when they wrap this shit up, like it's just, could she be? The sad part about Clarissa, she could be great, but nah, could be great, but nah. You got the personality of a bear trap, and frankly, your resume is not that deep. Let me not get personal. Let me just stick to boxing. Your resume is not that deep. Savannah Marshall, Christina Hammer.
That's it.
Congratulations. Those are the top two scalps you got. Savannah Marshall, Christina Hammer. Why don't I count French on Cruz? Well, you were both making your pro debut. Was she a champion when you fought her? No. Was it for a belt? No. So what?
Speaking of could be great, you think Xander Zayas is going to have any problems with
Perez? No,
speaking?
I don't. But Sebastian's recent performance makes me think that he could have problems with him. If this is how Sebastian's going to box moving forward, yeah, he's going to be a problem. If he really settles into that style and he makes himself difficult to get close to,
do you think it's more that it's just Tim Zoo's reluctancy to get in there and try? I mean, he was hesitant and he did a good adjustment for a little bit, but do you think it's more just Tim Zoo more than Sebastian Fundора's?
I mean, it could be, but it could be both also, because I felt Sebastian did come back better and Tim came back worse. It's both. He is settling into that style, though. Is he? Yeah, he's settling in. That doesn't mean he beats everyone, but I'm saying that.
Yeah, I mean,
if he really is gonna keep the jab out there and use it and keep that space, he's not gonna fall in like he used to and get close to the guy. That's what the fuck people been saying. That like Sebastian gotta stop getting close to these guys, man. You too close. You gonna get hit. Yeah. You giving up your height.
What do you think he rehydrates at?
Bro, I don't think that dude rehydrates more than 5 pounds.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's way too skinny, man. He's way too skinny.
Yeah, you've got to, man. Listen, you've got to rehydrate a lot because you have all that connective tissue. You're so tall. You've got all that connective tissue that's just...
because when you look at his frame, he doesn't look like he gained a bunch of weight overnight. He's still really tight and thin.
But when you're a tall person like that, that weight distribution's great. I mean,
that is true though. It's spread across a wide plane.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing. I have an unusually longer torso than I do. I have a longer torso, so if I put on any weight at all, it doesn't look too bad. It looks like it's proportioned.
So what do you think he rehydrates to? What?
I don't know.
No, let's say honestly, if I had to guess, because he really doesn't look like he puts on very much. 170.
170.
Yeah, I was about to say.
170?
Yeah, I was gonna say 170 is probably believable.
I wouldn't
because he is a big guy. It is spread across a 6'4" frame.
You gotta talk about those legs, the arms, the torso. Like he could carry his weight very well.
Okay, Trevante Davis. Talk about his legs.
No, I'm not talking about his leg tattoos, you homo. Can you imagine Ego like going, and his leg tattoo? I want to lick those leg tattoos.
Dog, he's probably jerking.
Trace it with my tongue.
Probably jerking off to them shits right now, but yeah, if he keeps fighting like that, that's the fundamental flaw that he's always had. That everybody pointed out that like the dude is 6'4", but he fights like he's 5'2". You way too close to these guys, dog. You tall for nothing. Yeah. So if you actually use the shit, use your jab, keep some space.
So what are you gonna do? I heard he's going to Harvard. He's like a little bookworm. So
I don't even know, dog.
Like I would gonna stop boxing to go to school. I mean, if I find out his major is some bullshit like
I think it's an engineering major or something.
Oh, okay. Like well, then he'll make money with an engineering degree.
And you really got to think that he comes from good stock in terms of family. You can see their family thing is together, right? He does seem like a smart kid and a good kid. Just remove all the Samson Lukowicz bullshit, and he actually seems like a good kid. I could see him retiring early to go. I was a champion. You could really? You think he want to be out here with Sergey Boachuk? and Bakram and you.
Dude, he's not gonna make it out of there alive with back rub.
What I'm saying that if you comparing that to look, I fought people on TV, I fucked people up on TV, I've been a champion before, I made a little money
on TV.
I could parlay this into some pussy. Like, yeah,
Listen,
I could parlay this into some pussy.
he's at Harvard. They go out for a drink. He meets a chick that doesn't know anything about boxing because she's a Harvard chick. Why would she watch boxing? Oh yeah, I was a fighter. She Googles him. Holy shit! Oh, can you imagine?
Right. You know, you could fucking show her the Cordell Booker fight, and she doesn't know that Cordell Booker's a piece of shit. Yeah, she doesn't know. like this guy, man, this is fucking dangerous guy, man. Like,
he's gonna have a Goodwill Hunting moment at a bar.
Yeah, you know, like he's gonna do a math problem. 2 + 2 is 5. It's gonna be fucking great, bro.
It's gonna do his thesis on how 2 + 2 is actually 5.
It's gonna be amazing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna get into fights.
Yeah,
no. That's what's not gonna happen. Like,
who the fuck is gonna fight him, bro?
No,
at Harvard.
He's gonna get bitches in Harvard.
Yeah, he's gonna get bitches in Harvard. You're right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, pretty much.
Because like he's in a great position because it's like, you know, when you actually start eating food, man, you know, it's gonna be fucking over, bro. And that 6'4" frame, you don't got to make weight anymore. You don't got to stay close to fight weight anymore. If you actually feed yourself, put on some muscle, these bitches gonna go crazy. You smart, you could fight. Like, yeah, you got knocked out, you know, but by average man standards, you'll beat the shit out of a lot of people. Like he's in a good position, Sebastian. And I wish him all the best.
Yeah.
Because I like him in his system, man.
You know?
Especially his system.
So what do you think, Jules? He sticks around 2, maybe 3 more years and then calls it a career?
Maybe less, bro. Like if you're talking about what if he has to choose between the Harvard thing and this, I think he's gonna choose the Harvard thing.
Yeah,
they're smart, bro. Like that family is smart and they know that fighting Sergey Boachuk. I mean, maybe if it's for some Saudi money, because, you know, money talks, and it's like, bro, if I could get like 3-4 mil, win or lose, that's a great idea. If I could get 3-4 mil, you know what I mean? Then, yeah, I'd go in there and get my ass beat, but I got 3-4 mil, bro.
Yeah, that might cover the Harvard tuition. That's expensive.
You know, so, I mean, like, shit, you know, he's doing his thing, so I wish him all the best. I'm about to go to sleep. The next episode of the Relay is about to be uploaded right after this, so stay tuned for that. And we're gonna go live later on this week for the Clarissa Shields fight.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, right. I'd rather see the Zayas fight.
What is the Zayas fight?
The same night.
It is?
Yeah, it's on the 26th.
No, the Clarissa Shields fight is this weekend.
Jules, that's this weekend.
That's this weekend, brother.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Well, that shit, we ain't got to choose then. All right, then.
All right.
We live.
It's July 22, Julius.
Shit, I'm old.